Welcome back, everybody. My goodness, you have gotten up to something for sure. You have decided to undertake the quest of the Plague of Star Beasts, as it was called on the board. It seems the Kindorei whales, these great celestial beauties out in wild space, have been infected by some kind of strange plague that needs to be cured. And so you have set off and made it your business to try and fix this problem. You have run into some Kindori, you have run into some troubles. You got through those troubles. Your local paladin found herself quite sick while treating the disease of the Kindori. Very interesting to see the plague latch on to someone who's normally immune to disease. Very much latching onto those who have divine power. Celestials, paladins now. Chaplain being sort of the savior of the day by the grace of his autognome faculties, being able to stave off disease, for there's nothing to disease. It's just an autognome. Don't mind him. But the day was saved, and your paladin was healed. You all just began to. I think at this point, you guys have recognized what you want to do. You want to try and use the scavers, the space sharks who sort of follow under the bellies of the whales and eat whatever refuse get left behind, as the delivery method for a vaccine. And the problem is, you need someone to help you make such a vaccine. As none of you are alchemists or potion makers, and that would be the only way to really make such a delivery. I need to screen share. So you all made your way to the planet of Garden. You decided that was the place to go to try and find what you sought. It is a place of great natural life. No doubt there will be naturalistic stuff there that should help you find what you need, and no shortage of experts. And indeed, you were right. You made your way there, and stopped in Farworld to sell your goods, which is where Ilara was healed. And then you made your way to Templar, where you went to go seek out some information, and some of you got some very good information, particularly Apoxy, who cornered one of the mages in a back alley and slaughtered her in the name of Baphomet, the Horned King, and gained a great insight that some conscious greater evil was indeed behind this threat. And the great Horned Lord bid Apoxy turn the predator into prey. And if she could do so, he would be very impressed. And maybe even willing to bestow a little extra power onto Apoxy, to which she responded, "It shall be done, master." Which just makes me tingle inside. I'm so happy that someone's truly committed themselves to the path of evil. Makes me very happy. Anyway,
It will be
after
for
the fed
power
some
only.
books, learned of the ancient Vidani Empire, an empire of spacefarers who once launched a raid on your side of the astral sea. But that's long history. Perhaps the enemy responsible for this space plague, Etherus studies, maybe didn't bear a lot of fruit, but maybe a new perspective to look at people who do not want to kill the Kindori, but look at people who want to kill realm space. Perhaps that is who your enemy is, an enemy to realm space. Chaplain met a Professor Drake, a cleric of Sylvanas, the Oak Lord, and she told Chaplain to go to the planet of Pecan, if he cares about plagues and curses, having received some divination a little while ago and believing that divination was meant for Chaplain. Chaplain also commissioned her to, the professor commissioned Chaplain to bring her a vial of fungus from the moon of Renee for 50 gold pieces, should he happen to come by it and find his way back. Then the party went on to Glorianus, tracking down a rumor, and indeed that rumor rang true, and found an arc druid, or some kind of druid, who has like fungus growing off of him, speaks rather strangely and with sort of harshly as if he hasn't spoken in a long time, and seems to be good friends with the various animals there, and he agreed to help you all. So that is where we will pick up today. Ed, you've been feeling a little lackadaisical lately. Maybe it was a sort of captain's test to see if the party can work well together. without sort of central leadership. And of course, they have not. They need you, Ed. You know it. So in this moment, you'll sort of run out to catch up with all of them and join the party as you have been kind of taking a back seat that last session. But you find yourself here now talking to this very old, very sort of moss-grown relic of a druid. So that's where we are. What would you all like to do or say?
Greetings.
Good morrow, says the druid.
We are the Dawn's Eclipse, and we have been tasked with cleansing the Kindorei of a terrible plague.
Ah, plagued be the star beasts. 'Tis been a wonder to look upon them. A shame, true shame, a plague upon them.
And, well, our search for a cure has brought us to you. We have the means of curing individual Kindorei, but a more widespread cleansing of this plague is beyond us. And we were hoping you might be able to help.
A vex upon you all, I see, trifling. But fear not, my skills in herbology and the science of alchemy are. It has been some years since I've practiced them, but I was considered a master of my craft back in the day. Um, I, and he will proceed to like ask you what you know, and we can gloss over the entire experience of your adventure. I'm sure we don't need to sit here and explain that entire thing. And he'll sort of hear everything and listen quite aptly, maybe ask a couple questions here and there. I'll tell you what, anyone who wants to try it, I'll tell you what, yeah, anyone who wants to try and relay specific details of the plague, I'll require a medicine check from that character who wants to take the lead on that in the storytelling process. And then whoever wants to make sure that they're making sure that the story is indeed detailed and not missing anything, someone can take the lead on a performance check.
I'll take the performance if Chaplain wants to take medicine. You're muted.
Okay, muted Chaplain. I think that was a yes, though. I will say because the whole group is present and I assume helping out, I'll give you both advantage.
Cool.
Sorry, yeah. I will take the medicine check. Hold on, I'm refreshing my character sheet real quick.
No problem.
19 on performance.
Excellent. The telling of the tale in your adventure so far, Athrith, is detailed, not missing anything, and done so in a way that sort of, knowing that his language seems to be a little stranger than yours or a little bit more ancient than yours, you kind of spell everything out and make sure that it's all properly understood.
Forsooth, we beheld if the star beasts, and they had black ichor draining from their optical orifices.
Hark, someone who speaketh the true common. Chaplain.
Yeah, that's a 16 for medicine.
And yes, and you tell medical detail with great great skill, and says, "'Tis most befouling, a plague that target paladin who have resilience to such things, trifling indeed. You say you have barrels of Kindorei spinal fluid?"
That is
yeah.
indeed the truth.
I mean, they're not ours. We didn't collect. Well, they're ours now, I suppose. We didn't collect them. We did collect them. We didn't collect them from the Kindorei.
Understood. You are not the sinners in this matter, I understand. But a wise decision you did make. I shall have one barrel of these fluids. Should be good to have a pure example of the specimen. I will also require an alchemy kit, being some time since I've plied mine trade. What else? What else? Sort of think and say, oh, some of the fungus that grow between the great crater of Renee would be most helpful. Hmm. I shall continue to think on what might be the best items for such growth. I shall contact you in good time as I think of them and what might come next. But those three things are a good place to start.
Understood. Well, we can leave one of the spinal fluid barrels with you, and I believe I kind of look to Ed. Do you have any alchemy supplies, or will this require a trip back to Farworld?
We'll have to get him a fresh kit. Okay, so seems we've got checklist of spots anyways, and he needs some time, so let's start coursing the fastest route to get everything down before our friend here needs us again, which by all means, if you've got any idea how long it may take for us to hear from you, you know.
He like takes a second and kind of is like doing one of these and kind of nods as if he's like interpreting the way you speak. It's like no, okay, I get it. And then he'll say, I will need, I perhaps expect some time to ponder this quandary, this strange mystery. None too long we shall wait.
All right. Well, we know where we need to be. Let's hit the rest of our list and circle back shortly.
Onwards to Betane, then. Fungus. Next mood on.
Fungus indeed. Good day, good heroes and weary travelers. I shall hear from you soon and speak to you sooner.
Until then. Captain?
Yep, you all head out. You head back to the ship, and the gentleman just kind of doesn't really move from his rock. He just kind of sits there and like just kind of like starts like pondering a little bit. You guys head back to your ship. Yeah, and you all board. Celine says, so did you find what you were looking for, Captain?
Well, let's hope so. Seems like our best bet yet. It's a little hard to understand though. He's sort of always looking up above. So, but seems our best bet. We need to get him a kit though. Some fungus. We got we got a regular list ahead. And how's how are we feeling about fungus first?
Well, it's the closest item. I mean, leave our spinal fluid here. We have 3, so leaving one here is no issue. And the next moon on is Retin-A, and then an alchemy kit is, I imagine, rather easily acquired back on Farworld.
Well, we just have to contain whatever this fungus is on our ship for however long. But we're already kind of in a extra protective mood, so that won't change much. And all right then. Let's go hunt some fungus.
Fork Bear will sort of say, all right, I'll get the barrel. And he'll go and he'll put it over his shoulder and kind of like walk towards the druid. And Elara will say, if you don't, this place is beautiful. But anyway, I felt like I had to bring that up. But anyway, I'm just out of curiosity, why are we leaving the druid here? Wouldn't it make more sense to bring him with us and have him make work stuff on the ship, just in case we need him?
I look over at the druid and I'm kind of like, I don't think he's one for departing this place ever. ever.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. I've known plenty of people like that.
I was curious how he plans to contact us. He
I think it'd
seemed
be
pretty
more-
confident in that. So I didn't doubt him.
Should we ask?
Maybe he'll send a Mollymock?
Should we invite him? Did he send us away, or were we rude?
I followed what Ether was feeling. It seemed like he was very comfortable there, not wanting to leave.
I felt sent away. Yes.
He did tell us we'll hear from him in due time, which is universal. Leave now.
Yes.
I mean, we have to come back anyway.
Are we rude? That's a different. I suppose we can answer that in due time.
I don't think we want to know the answers to that.
As the company cleric, I can confidently say we are not rude.
All right, confidently. You know what? Yeah, let's circle back. Let's ask him just in case. It's not like it's a huge place anyway. Right over there.
Okay. You guys return to the druid. Here's the spot. He's like opens up he's like looking at the barrel like some kind of weird foreign object. He kind of like looks over at a nearby plant and kind of like uproots it and pulls it out of the ground. Then it's sort of into like a crowbar like stick. He's sort of like he's like, oh. And he like looks inside and you guys all approach and he goes, "Oh, my friends, speedy you are indeed."
No, we didn't abscond from the celestial body just yet. We were concerned that we had been impolite and were thinking of extending an invitation that you might grace our vessel with your druidic presence.
Oh. Make me a persuasion check. See if he is willing to come with.
26.
26. He goes, "Oh shit, 26." He goes, "Oh, manners indeed. I might apologize too. Been some time since I've spoken to those of two legs. Right, names and such. Yes, you gave you gave me yours. I might give mine. And he will say, I am known as Griffin Broadleaf. Once upon a twain. Your vessel. Leave, Glorianus. I suppose the most sense it doth make to speedy this cure along. He like looks at like the little nearby fox who's been with him and kind of like looks up at him with like the Puss in Boot eyes. He goes, "Oh, perhaps I might bring some of mine friends.
Friends come.
For comfort, yes."
We've got
Yes!
ghosts and
I'm immediately gonna roll out 3 fur balls.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Everyone's like, yeah.
All right, here they come. Let's see
All right,
what we have for today. Oh no. A mastiff and 2 lions.
Hey, we love it. Roar, the dog goes, and he goes, and the druid's eyes sort of like light up. He goes, "My, such majestic and foul beasts not have I seen in so long, glorious. And he says, Excellent. Excited now for I could bring my friends, for they make me feel warm inside. And he will walk over to your ship, and Axper will be like, and he'll reseal the crate and like put it back over his shoulder and walk back to the ship. And as the druid like gets to like the loading bay, he sort of goes, he's sort of like, oh, and you all are like, what was that? And then you see like a small army of like chipmunks and foxes and raccoons sort of like bounce towards the ship and start loading into the ship like it's fucking Noah's Ark. And he'll say, "Oh, only my most particular friends, of course." And like some 100 squirrels and mice and various woodland creatures load into the ship. And he like sort of wanders in. He definitely like puts his foot on the ramp with some hesitation, like, ooh, like he's dipping his toe in like really cold or extra hot water, and then he kind of like gets on it and kind of like looks back anxiously, and then a couple like foxes come over and they kind of like bite at the bottoms of his like partially ripped robes and kind of like pulling him aboard. He's like, okay, okay, my friends, and he will load up. You get the sense he has some anxiety about leaving Glorianus, but his little woodland friends make him feel comfortable. And he loads up, and your ship is going to be a natural wonder for the next little while.
And Chaplin will get in like a little like a little huddle / rugby scrum with the Lions and the Mastiff and be like, okay, now today we don't pray, we protect. So no little ones in the mouths. Yes. Okay, break.
Go. Lions sort of like
Right.
make their way back to the thing. But yes, you will all have loaded up, and the oh, I guess I better go make him a special character now that he's coming along. But yeah, he loads up, and I'll very quickly proceed to make your ship a little more populated, shall we say. But yeah, you all load up, and it is very much like everywhere you walk, you're like having to be careful. It's not every floorboard, but it's pretty damn close. But yeah, you load up with this exceptionally well-regarded druid in the Small Creatures Club. Is that a hand up, Apoxy? Yes. What's up? What's going on?
I had a question. I know I had a good insight on our previous enemies, one of our previous enemies, but I just don't remember their name. I consider them war weeds, the ones that were able to cause magic and halt our emotions or whatever.
War weeds. Where did you encounter them?
They're the starfish looking guys.
Oh, the starfish looking dudes. Yes, that would have been spoken about. Those are known as Artuk, which is spelled Aartuk. Celine would have sort of obsessed about them, being something of an expert on them, and how they're like sort of a partially spacefaring, sort of insidious race of plant life.
Sir Ed, I have something that might concern you.
That's so. What is it, Apoxy? Go on with it. I'm sure it could be repaired or whatever.
With our previous encounters, I have known that our the monster we're looking for is intelligent, and I have a theory it could be the Artuk, since they have the capability of psionically speaking to plants, and it is common to see the Kindorei with plant life on them.
And how did you come across this information epoxy?
And jumps as the lace pops up from like
Yeah.
his shoulder.
I stumbled that information before landing on this planet.
Oh, what? In the last planet we were on?
Yes.
That planet? But you were with us all the time. I didn't see you leave. Apart from that one time when you went off somewhere. I can't remember where. Is that right?
Yes, I was busy.
Huh.
Okay.
I mean, this seems like a good lead, Apox. If you want to refer that to the healing team, let Chaplain, Paladin know when she's feeling, more herself, and maybe this new druid friend of ours, maybe relay that to them. That could be helpful.
It's only a theory.
Oh,
I would still keep the Illithid and yeah, the Illithid and as the main suspects.
well, once things get going, if you see an opportune moment to bring up your theory, please do. Right now, anything is still possible. We've got our ideas, but no specifics have been ruled out yet. So
All right, Captain.
Kidding. He's not here.
So many rats. Oh, they're not rats. Some of them are.
There's weasels and squirrels and indeed mice and rats, rabbits, raccoons. There's even a badger or two.
Fresh meat.
Well, you can do whatever you want. Oh yeah, and Celine's walking around as a mice scurries by. She's like, oh, she's okay. She's sort of walking around. The squirrels definitely making her a little. The mice are making her a little on edge. And Lara's literally like rolling around on the deck with them. She's like, as they're like playing with her. The crew seems to be mixed emotions about having like every woodland creature on your ship.
Isan is absolutely like sneaking food to them. Like, she probably has like
Yeah, imagine-
pockets full of like she might even eat less just to make sure that she can like
Yeah,
feed
I
her
definitely
friend.
imagine Vasan like the stoic, like I don't care about this when anyone's around, and then once everyone's gone, it's like you're like feeding them like fucking Snow White.
100%.
Incredible. Okay, fantastic. The druid just kind of pops a squat. Oh yeah, there's a number of foxes around. I forgot about the foxes. They're very important to your ship's new ecosystem. Yeah, apparently the foxes hold highest court with the druid. There's like 3 of them. Yeah, cool. Yeah, the decks are just filled, the lower decks, like the rooms. You're hard done by to not have an animal around. Just a small host of creatures, of course. Okay, where are you all off to next?
Fungus Land, which is Phaedus?
Yes.
Retine.
Retine, that's right. Retine is the next planet over. I will require a piloting check, Ed, because the closer you get to the core of the world, the more difficult it is to navigate the asteroids.
Where's that? Sounds like efficiency plus intelligence.
Just as a fun side note, the druid griffin is definitely a circle of the shepherd's druid, just in case anyone was wondering.
15 plus 7 for 22.
A 22. Yeah, you weave through what is growing to be a pretty dense asteroid field. Nothing like what you encountered with the Illithid prison, but certainly enough to warrant a skilled pilot, and you are one. You weave your way through the mess of asteroids and find your way indeed to the planet of Retine. You all come to A size C spherical Earth body moon. I'm sure that all meant a lot to you. It meant the same amount to me. Essentially, A is the smallest body, and then it grows up from there. So it is. It's probably like 200, 300 miles in diameter. But the moon resembles an eyeball as you come upon it, being a sort of white moon-like structure with a massive crater right into the center that has a large shadow on it. It looks like a great white eyeball with a dark black pupil. And the druid will say, there, right into the center, for it is indeed a crater and not just the pupil of an eye. And you guys can fly right in there. And he's, you guys can fly right in there. All right, so let's go over to the moon. Yay! Oh, please, please, please. Yeah. Okay, let me just land your ship real quick. I want to just set the scene here. To be clear, the crater is much bigger than this, but deal with it. Much bigger than this, but you do indeed land on this moon. I'm just gonna be dropping your ship everywhere we go.
So as we're landing, because Sheplin's not really an herbalist, he'll confide in the druid that like he's also supposed to collect some of this fungi for another friend.
Absolutely. You're gonna say, oh, indeed. Many great properties does this fungus hold. Some of my favorite in all of Garden.
Is there a right way or a wrong way to do it? I didn't get a lot of instruction.
Oh, I shall show you, my friend. I shall show you. So Axebeard is going to remain near the ship just to keep an eye on things. Elara definitely runs in to hang out with all of you guys. Thelma's on the ship. Nah, she's like out here like taking a smoke. Why not? Griffin Broadleaf comes in as well to pick. And then I assume you guys are all up in there. All up in there. Celine will probably stay with the ship. It's good to stay in pairs. So she will keep an eye on the ship with Forkbeard, as Thelma's fucking useless. At least as a combatant anyway. Sweet, you all descend into this place. A number of the small critters of your druid come with. I don't need to populate with those, I don't think. But you do indeed get here on the same day. And you're going to see, I guess I'll do a little populating of like fungus here to make it look a little more authentic. Let's put some, now those are trees, let's put some mushrooms. What we got for mushrooms? Yeah. So there's like pockets of mushrooms all over interior of the crater like such. It says, there you see, and as you run in, you will indeed see the cracks of the moon there, and sort of laden in between the cracks within the moon, there is like small mushrooms and like fungal growths that sort of move through the cracks, not quite eclipsing the surface of the actual moon, but certainly visible to it. He'll take you over, Chaplain. He says, see there between the cracks? It is but a simple matter of simply prying it out. You can be a little rough, fear not. He will sort of like snap his finger and like a stick will grow out of his beard. And he'll like snap it off and he'll like sort of start scooping it out from the inside, kind of like peel out like a long, and it is kind of satisfying, like in kind of a gross kind of, when you watch those, man, when you're like laying there in bed and you're scrolling and then you see them doing like zit poppings or like greenies or whatever, and you're like, oh, but you can't look away because it's kind of satisfying. It's like that. So it's like dislodging this like fungus from the moon. You're like, oh, that's gross. Don't stop. And he peels like pulls like a little sliver of it out from the moon, and he sort of like snaps half of it off and hands it to you and says, "Look, a healthy variety indeed." And it's this like, it's like black with like sort of like growths of yellow on it. He'll sort of talk to you about it, and he'll say, "It depends what you're looking for. The different colors, different means indeed. For the yellow is medicinal. The black is where it is the main layer, but the yellow is where it glows for medicinal properties. So this is what we want for your means. But if you wish to use it for certain spell components, let's look over here." And he'll peel some out over there, and that yellow is sort of turning into like a greenish color. It says the greenish is good for spell components indeed. And we'll just kind of talk to you about the fungus here. And he's like super excited about the fungus. He's like stuffing his pockets with fungus. And anybody who wants to be a part of this little fungus lesson, he's happy to have a part of.
So this
excited.
actually this actually has a little bit of a spiritual quality for Chaplain, because I mean, we're on what seems to be, unless I'm reading the landscape wrong, a fairly barren, like desolate landscape, right? Where without any, life or vibrance or whatever. But this guy's finding some pretty like genuine enjoyment in collecting this fungus. So it's sort of like a sort of a pure form of Chaplin's ideology.
Nice, fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. You see the joy this guy has, or his ability to find joy in a place a little more desolate where a druid you wouldn't think normally would have cheer. And he's like, he has like there's like little animals around. Some of his friendly animals are like sniffing it, and he will like look at them and be like, "No, do not eat, do not eat. In its purest form, a little too poisonous for you. I wouldn't recommend eating it." And he'll just kind of start stowing it away. What is anybody else doing while Griffin's taking samples?
So I'll be with them taking samples, and I'll turn around to the druid and, is there anything here that would make someone sleepy or a bit drowsy, but lucid enough to talk? Maybe.
Sleepy, drowsy, but lucid enough to talk?
Truth serum.
Indeed. Give me a second here. He says, "For no poisoner am I, but yet I have heard of such thing as a truth serum." And he will sort of peel out a little bit more. It's a little bit like the yellow, sort of more like an orangish color. And he goes, "The coloration most important is it, but I have been led to be told that when you mix the orange with the yellow, some truth and some quiet does come upon the mind." And he'll sort of hand a little almost like a honeycomb, not as sticky, but certainly in like consistency and texture. He hands the fungus to you, Zalace, just this little chunk of it, and it's like black with like fungal veins of like orange on it. And he goes, "Indeed, if you prick the orange from this, perhaps some torpor of truth might be found."
Thank you. That's great.
Indeed.
And then you'll just carry on and just listen to what you say.
Incredible.
Epoxy's gonna pick one.
Yeah, you pick one.
I eat it.
You eat it, and it like just falls out of your mouth. Really, it's very Muppets or like Puppety, where like they feed them on and it just all falls out of their mouth. It's kind of like that. So you don't
Is
have
it
a digestive
poisonous?
system. Good points. Make me a con saving throw. I believe you'll have advantage.
I will have advantage. Oh wait, hold on. Let me double check that. I have resistance.
You do
But
plus
I-
the advantage, yeah.
Okay. Then it becomes 21.
21, you eat it. Nah. Can't be that poisonous. You don't feel any different.
Delicious.
The druid looks back and kind of laughs. He goes, indeed, for what better way to test new things you have found, but to ingest it yourself. How
Everybody-
unfortunate, though, when it's something like the belladonna plants or something of the like.
Yes. Nobody eat them. They are a tad bit poisonous.
Indeed. Listen to your most metal friend, indeed. What about? Oh yeah, Zalace, you were listening in. You got a little sample. What is Etherith or Jord doing?
I would say Ed's just making sure the druid is doing his thing undeterred. You know, it's like focused on the jag. Kind of like above his like, you know, nature is not really one of Ed's like specific interests, so he thinks it's more just like, okay, things are going well. Hopefully we got like a leg up. So he's just overseeing, I guess, right now.
You just kind of oversee, and at a certain point, as he's like having a little like college field trip moment as a professor, he'll turn to you, Ed, and goes, "Oh, indeed, you, my friend, with skin like the moon. Perhaps you might grow some fungus in twain your own self. How interesting! How I would desire to be a ecosystem unto myself."
Yeah, you know, some people called my work here sort of like fungus in a way. I and he shows them like kind of like the inside of like Ed's part looks like a little all shiny, so he might find that cool.
Ah, are you talking about like your tats, or are you
Yeah,
talking
the
about like, the thing?
tattoos.
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah.
indeed, a carving made on stone, much like the cavemen. Still, how interesting you are, like the tales of the earth itself, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. That's a compliment, I think.
Would you care to be such an ecosystem, much like this moon?
No, not me per se. I kind of want to help you do your job. You know, you know, not that if you need, you know, if you need some help getting the vaccine working, no, wouldn't be much help for you. But no, I don't want to be an ecosystem. I'm okay just being Ed. You know,
I hear
Captain Ed
your
York.
words, indeed. I hear your words, but it is good to know that should I need a portable moon, as it were, that I have one so readily.
Yeah, kind of. And Ed will start backing up from him pretty like not like obviously, but like little subtle steps.
Yeah, he turns back to his like picking of the fungus and talking to everybody else, and you're kind of like in the back of the group. It seems that yeah, he does seem to be desiring the idea of like trying to test you out as like a portable moon. So that's and last but not least, Etherith, my friend, what are you up to?
Etherith, for what, because it's like the most, I guess, moon-like moon they've actually really been on. He's kind of like feels strangely at home,
Yeah.
given what he is, and it's also kind of like a because of his faith. This is like a place that feels very comforting, even if it's just a barren, rocky wasteland. So he's whispering prayers to Hecate.
Whisper prayers to Hecate. I want you to make me. Are you proficient in religion?
Yes, I am.
Make me a proficient wisdom check.
Ooh, interesting.
To sort of be aware of the. See if you can be aware of the signs of the
Plus
god.
proficiency is 19.
19. You pray, you're here in this place of the moon. It feels right in your body. It feels right in your soul and your faith. And you almost feel indeed the eyes of Hecate, and you would know that her eyes steer mostly to those who have made their way to the crossroad. And though you have come indeed to a moon, one that she and you are connected with, perhaps in this moment, she might divine upon you a new path. In this moment,
Oh my goodness.
Something's happening. You sort of like feel under your feet a small rumble. Ever so slight rumble. And then it grows less slight and more prominent.
I almost kind of like raise my hand. Everyone, back off! Get away from the crater now!
I was in the middle of my lecture.
Underfoot! Things
Epoch is
underfoot!
running out.
Apox,
Come on,
you're
let's go!
Yeah, you're immediately out. The druid's like, well, very well. It starts like stuffing. It starts to get up, and as you all turn, there's like a ah. Imagine there's almost like a veritable ah from like some people are enjoying the lecture. You guys all turn around to leave. Following Etherith, Apoxy, you're running with Etherith. Everybody kind of starts to pick up. They're like, oh, okay, they're really
I
moving.
started
What's going-
dashing as soon
Yeah, you're
as
dashing. Etherith's dashing. You guys sort of pick up here. You all begin to feel the rumble underfoot, and eminently, the ground itself sort of not under your feet, but some ways back. You hear something in the earth. Who dares to look back?
I would.
Yeah, me for sure.
We all look. Come on.
Yeah, we're all looking.
Have you met us?
I'm emerging from the ground. Allow me to share a picture of what you see. You see baby Etherith, if baby Etherith, or giant and monstrous. Allow me to
Oh my
put
goodness.
a picture in the Facebook chat. Please go look right now.
Yes.
As large as a house, smashing forth with blackened scales, much like Etherith himself when he first emerged into his new form. You see this monstrous dragon that billows, hisses, and as you're all sort of running, making your way up the steep edge of the crater back towards your ship, there is a sort of landing from mid-flight, sort of shaking some of the rock off of its back, and speaks in Draconic and Draconic only. Who understands?
Naturally.
Etherith, you alone. As says, do you halt, Etherith?
What did he say?
Halt now.
I stop exactly where I am.
Stop exactly where you are. Everyone
I'm
halts.
charging right at it.
You're charging right at it. You charge right at it. As you do so, you see it sort of like almost translucent, half phased. And as you charge it down, it's going to rear its head back. The cold of the moon is going to drip from its mouth. Do you continue to charge?
Can I cast a spell on this moment? I don't. It's not a reaction. It would be an action, but can I?
If it's a reaction spell, absolutely.
Unfortunately, not.
We're gonna say Apoxy's a little invested in this path in this moment. So Apoxy, this is on you, buddy. Are you continue your charge as it rears back?
I have not heard a command by anyone, so I'm charging right toward it and going
In
into rage.
Apoxy's head with the whispers, I'll tell her to stop unless you want to die, because it will kill you.
Okay, I'll allow it. Yeah, Apoxy, do you continue?
No, I'll stop.
You in your moment in it. I'm gonna. Roll
I
to
was
see
running
if-
on all fours, and then I just.
I'm going to roll to see if the dragon desists or if your approach is offended enough that it will. It
Oh no.
lurches a breath forward, and a humongous cold of frost emanates of Apoxy alone. I need a con save, Apoxy.
Oh. Yeah. I got a 1. A nat 1.
And that one, completely emulated in draconic breath. And to be clear, you all witness like the full force of a mighty, like full-grown dragon for the first time. Absolute, like a torrential, the force of the tundra blast down on Apoxy directly. You are going to take 40 points of cold damage.
Light wound. Oh. You see sparks coming out.
You're like you're stopping. You kind of like break free from some of the frost, and you're still standing, but rather wounded. And the dragon sort of, and as you've stopped moving, the dragon desists as well, and sort of looks back at you after it and says, You smell like my moon, but you are on 2 legs.
Bow my head. And I say, I greet you. I was once 4-legged, but through divine power I was raised onto 2 feet. But rest assured, the blood of the moon runs through me just the same.
Sort of like cranes back over its neck for a moment, looks at your ship and back at you and says, Tell me, one who claims to be of the true dragon blood, once but no more. Why should I let your pale-skinned friends live? Why should I not strip your vessel for my horde? Why should I not bring meat to my meat?
Because we have something of value for you. A trade for our presence here and our lives.
Tribute for the lives of your lessers. So snarls back at the rest of you. Says, Speak then this tribute. For if you indeed claim and are indeed of the true draconic blood, you will know what sates my wishes for my horde.
I know well. Spelljamming helms. The greatest prize our kind could ever have.
It grimaces widely, displaying its array of serrated teeth and sort of Truth may indeed drip from your tongue. Move then, only you, as I watch upon your horde of underlings, and will receive such vast tributes.
I have the ingredients to create them. Kindorei spinal fluid. A barrel aboard the ship. That barrel can be used to craft a brand new spelljamming helm, untouched.
Make me a persuasion check to see if this one believes what you have to say about the nature of spelljamming helms and spinal fluid.
I am going to use a sorcery point to re-roll that.
Fair enough.
That's not going to be good enough.
I'll tell you what. I will. Oh, yeah.
Well, 19.
19. Keep your inspiration. I will say you had advantage because you spoke of what this dragon appreciates most in a horde. So you've already got a little.
Got it.
Yeah. So 19 says. You say from these fluids we can make our own helms, swear.
Indeed. It is the primary ingredient for the Create Spelljamming Helm spell. Well, it can be used to create the crystal rods.
See. Very well. Bring forth these barrels you speak of, and we will see if I am appeased by the magic and twang. Within. Sorry, I'm not the druid right now.
I look back to the group and just kind of like gesture, stay there, do not move. I'll be right back. And I make my way towards the ship.
The dragon sort of lumbers into like a laying position. folds its front claws, displaying the massive serrated talons, and just sort of like looks at you all. And Etherith sort of departs, seemingly with the permission of the dragon.
Could I
Does
second
anybody
wind?
wish to- Yeah, you can second wind. That would be none too great an issue. Yes, Basan?
Is there the feeling that we'll be here for a minute, for a while? We
Don't know. Etherith never told you, and you can't understand what the conversation was.
This is my rules.
If at some point people just sit down, she's going to pull out her inks and start sketching.
Okay. I want you to roll me as you sort of make your hands into your pockets and such. I want you to make me, let's call it a persuasion check to see if your movements are calm and unsettled enough to persuade the dragon that this isn't a hostile movement you're making.
That is 17.
17. The dragon watches you keenly as you dive your hands into your pockets nice and slowly and carefully and pull forth some pages and kind of make some broad strokes, and it kind of watches you, and as nothing sort of happens, it kind of calms and kind of like returns its look to the group as an entirety. You seem to successfully do this without stoking the dragon's ire. Zelace, you're immune.
I am. Thank you. Can I dive? Well, go behind dead and using my naturally stealthy. I can hide behind someone that's larger than me.
Okay.
As a stealth.
Sure, make me a stealth check. We'll see if you could have hid yourself in this moment.
Oh, come on. 26.
26. While Etherith was speaking, you managed to slip from the dragon's sight behind one of your fellow party members.
Can I also look over to the area where the dragon came from?
Yeah, you turn around, you look back. So we're gonna say it was right here, and you see that there is like a hole in the solid rock where the dragon breached.
So it was that one there, sorry, where you just had, okay.
Yeah, that little indent in the
Yep.
ground, we're gonna say that was the entry point.
So how far away is that?
From where you currently are, you expect that is 150 feet. Now, I will remind you really quickly, Zelace, that stealth only works when you're able to block the line of sight. So if you are out in the open, you could roll a perfect natural 20 for a 40, and if you're standing there, like, listen.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
However,
this is gonna work.
However, I do just to say as a however on that, I do like to we want rogues to be able to be a melee rogue if they want, right? So if you can get there in the span of one turn, I will say you can maintain your stealth. But if you end your turn in the broad open space, there. Okay.
Sorry, even thinking of doing what I was doing, I can't get there in one go. So,
Understood.
oh, that's fine.
Got it. If anyone cares about your NPCs, Griffin and Alara are both like looking at the dragon like, oh, like they're look less like. Sure. They're. I think Griffin just like there's no fear. They're just like utter excitement. Just like it's really thinks this is a cool experience. And Lara is like mixed between that kind of like whoa and this is so fucking terrifying. You know what I mean? It's sort of like exhilarated in her excitement of this. Does anybody else have little things they want to do while Etherith is off doing whatever Etherith is doing? Yes, Chaplain.
Yeah. I'll wave at the dragon. Hey, hello there, Mr. Dragon.
It sort of looks at you, and it is going to say, because none of you understand Draconic, is going to say, sorry, hey, hold. All right, here we go. It's going to say, Wurgovgam Retsigi Kalvikir.
So I don't
What?
understand that, but I'm going to try to say to it in Celestial. I heard dragons are really smart. Do you like games?
Oh
Uh,
man.
You say that, and it kind of looks at you and says, Children of Gamse.
Does it seem angry?
It's
It
sort
seemed
of,
angry.
it seems, yeah, you can interpret that how you will. I'll think in this moment as it looks at Apoxy, who's still like standing like pretty directly, not directly, but a couple feet off from it. It looks down at you, Apoxy, and kind of it just like roars in your face. This like monstrous like metal rattling hiss that like just like from the sheer volume like takes you aback. Very easy to interpret as if to say like fuck off, basically.
Right.
I take a few
So-
steps back.
All right.
And Chaplin's
step.
like, oh, yeah. Chaplin's like, oh yeah, Epoxy's not involved in the game, but give me just 1 minute. And he reaches into his bag and tries to slowly, carefully, non-threateningly pull out his Mind Flayer board game.
Oh my goodness.
The dragon, as you're sort of like rummaging through your bag, the dragon kind of goes, Lux tiltur kaminterax suvon sigori soa it sort of cranes its neck a little forward towards you, Chaplain. And Chaplain is, yeah. Chaplain does this to the dragon.
Sorry about that. I never get phone calls, so it's weird when I do. I'm sorry. So
No problem.
what now? What happened now?
So the dragon sort of, as you pull the board out, the dragon sort of small but and kind of crane, like it's far away, but you can see it cranes its neck forward in interest.
Yeah.
Make me I want you to make me a persuasion check to see if you can intrigue the dragon with your game
Oh
board.
no.
I will give you advantage because dragons care for such rare, strange relics.
They're curious.
Very
All right,
vain creatures.
So that's a 17, but I want this to work. So before you answer, I'm also going to use a built for success to add a d4.
Whoa.
Personal
okay.
attacks.
And that's going to be a 3 to make it a very dirty 20.
A very dirty 20. A
Filthy.
desecrated 20.
Right.
You sort of do this, and it kind of sort of sighs and looks around at rest. And it will sort of raise a great talon paw and kind of gesture towards itself at you, and is going to say, Konf.
Oh, okay. And so he with the game board in front of him, he starts slowly walking toward the dragon.
You walk towards the dragon. It seems pretty, like, eyes dazzling in the direction of Chaplin as Chaplin approaches the mighty dragon with the game board. And you sit down, put all the pieces on, and it's a little like trying to play chess with like a 3-year-old because like he keeps like messing with the board and curiosity. He's like at the edge of his tongue. He's like, "Super, no." It's kind of like knocking pieces around a little bit, trying to like grasp at them, but they're too tiny.
And
So
so Chaplin looks up at him, kind of, again, trying to be like understanding and friendly, and he's like, I mean, I don't really know how to play it either. I thought you might, but maybe together we could figure it out while we wait for our friend to come back. And he says that in Celestial again because he doesn't know whether he pretty much picks up that the dragon isn't willing or able to understand Common, but he doesn't know if it doesn't understand Celestial yet. So
you sort of say it, looks at you, and looks back to the board. It kind of looks in, but I did go gods in. No, see, sort of almost like. It just kind of keeps like eventually it's like able to like grasp it between its sharp talons, and you're like as it does so because it's got razor sharp talons and probably at the very least notches every piece it touches that it manages to grasp. And
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to really know how to play, but like enjoys the idea, much like you probably enjoys entertaining the idea of like where it might go on the board and kind of fiddles with it. So Lace, was there something you wanted to put forth?
Yeah, so while Chaplin is distracting the dragon, I like to polymorph into the bat, stay as low as possible and go and check out the hole. So I've got polymorph for an hour, so I want to try and get halfway, half an hour there and then, or 25 minutes and then back.
I'm going to have you re-roll a stealth check as a bat because your physical stats as a lace are probably a little bit better. I will give you advantage though because Chaplin is distracting the dragon. So roll me an advantage stealth check as a bat.
Um, 18 on the die.
Whoa.
Stealth is oh my god, what's stealth dex? So
dex, yeah.
Plus 2, so dirty 20 for me.
A dirty 20?
As a bat.
Okay. We're gonna go to Etherith for a second here before we continue. So Etherith, it's been a minute, but you kind of make your way over to the ship. And you sort of get over there and basically like you see the rest of the crew is sort of like reboarded the ship and they're kind of like sort of like you get the sense they know what's going on and they're kind of like kind of thing. And you get onto the ship and Porkbeard says, Etherith, what are you doing here? What's going on?
Let's take 2 barrels of the Kindorei fluid and don't make any too sudden movements. 2 barrels, not all 3, just the 2.
Sling says, okay, I can conjure something to deliver. It'll be less dangerous. So Porkbeard does it. You might need your power to help us get a getaway. Emergencies. Let me take the risk. I'm quartermaster. It's my job. And he will make his way down very quickly to the making your way through all the little creatures into the hall, who have all scattered to hide in the presence of the dragon. And you guys make your way into the cargo hold, and haul up 2 barrels, and Forkbeard will carry them both. He's a pretty mighty fella. And he'll start lugging them out with you, moving a little slow. Or maybe he's got like one on his shoulder and one he's kind of like half holding, and you can kind of carry the other half just so it's not encumberment. And you guys begin to make your way back, and you're really close to handing it off. And you see the dragon, see Chaplain sitting. Oh, yeah, it's over here. Sorry, lost track of it. You see the dragon sort of looking down off the edge at the gold glinting of Chaplain, sort of off of the flaming planet that creates sunlight and warmth. And you see the dragon's head suddenly crane up very suddenly and look off in the distance. You see a small bat. Actually, I don't think you guys would. Your passive perceptions aren't enough, but the dragon's most certainly is. It was close, but Zalace, as you're fluttering along across the thing, you're like, don't notice, don't notice, don't notice. You hear a dragon sort of knocks the board away and stands to its full height and growls
Oh,
loudly. Takes flight and begins to move towards the small bat, making its way towards the hole that was dug. Yeah, Zalace, you're like right here, but it seems the dragon did notice. Flies past everybody, up over all of your heads, and is going to make an attack on the little bat. How is a 13? Zalace?
Yeah, my class is 12 as a bat.
It lands out of the air like a tiger pouncing on like a small mouse or something and catches your little bat form. This is a grapple. It's not damaging. This is a grapple. And it catches your bat form like between its claws, pinning you to the ground as it like lands on top of you like a prowling tiger. And sort of reels itself around, like be eyeing the rest of the parties. It's got this bat between its fingers, very territorially, very defensively, and looks down at you and starts shouting in Draconic. It starts screeching. Voxim for voxelta lekar sidur, afensar asubir, amid surumag, wixvir evundeth allbag. Starts just like roaring these like strange words at you in your bat form. Is there any intervention at any point here? Does anybody do anything as this bat's pinned between its fingers? You've all seen Zalace become a bat before. I expect you all know what's going on.
I don't have anything immediately applicable.
I'm staying put.
All right, it's going to rear its head back, and it is going to blast its cold breath like down onto its hand that has you pinned. I need a con save as a bat, please.
Did it recharge?
Oh yeah, man.
No.
Oh yeah, it recharged.
Oh, good. 5 minus 1. 4.
Excellent.
Oh no.
How much health does the bat have? Like how many hit points? 1. So after 1 hit point, you are Zalace again, and then Zalace as your halfling form, you will take 46 points of cold damage. And it sort of like removes its hand, and you're gonna see Zalace who just took like a fire hose of liquid nitrogen to the face. Removes its hand and sort of roars at all of you as if to say like, behold my power kind of thing. Does anybody have anything they want to do?
Yeah. I guess I'm sorry, I was off camera for a minute. I assume it noticed Zalace and took off from our game. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it noticed Zalace basically knocked the board away and like flew over your companions, pinned Zalace to the ground, and basically breathed frost all over him, and now he's on his back, half frozen from the It's going
I'm
to...
feeling like it doesn't trust me now.
It is going to roar, and all of you will hear more draconic gibberish, but Ethrith, you will understand it as, I shall provide you mercy, child of the moon. Leave your barrels now, and go in this instant, before I decide to claim the rest of you and your helms for my horde. Consider this my last mercy.
I call out. Ooh, I have a draconic translator pulled. Let's give it this way best shot.
There you go.
If Tepoha Jolnira Zabol Jahosting Glatada, Gerald out with I. We have brought what was promised. Quell your fury.
It is going to say, it is going to roar loudly. Hak Joseph, Kagahaven Fox, which means then leave and take your lesser creatures with you. And it is going to snap down and pick up Zalace, or Zalace's half-dead body in its mouth, and it's going to begin to move back towards the hole.
How far away?
Hang on.
How far away is Elise?
That'll be 200 feet.
I am going to use a sorcery point to use the meta magic distance spell.
Okay. It will be in his claw, not his mouth, but please continue.
Let me just expend the how many spells? How many is that? That is 1 sorcery point, and I will cast Vortex Warp from 240 foot.
Vortex Warp!
And I'm gonna pull Zalace back to me.
All right, the body of not the body. Zalace is still alive. I'm gonna say we're definitely at the point where I want a death saving throw from you, Zalace. Enough has happened. I want a private death saving throw, please.
Oh, goodness.
Send that to me. As you do this, the dragon, it sort of, Zalace disappears from his hand. Disappears, and the dragon roars and turns and says, Ordon, Wixor, Tempoth, it's going to say, enough, you have all vexed me for the last time. And I need everyone to roll an initiative as it lets
no. My
You
goodness.
said take your lesser creatures with you. That includes Zalace.
Zalace was like a trophy.
I think
Edris was like, but what you said was.
But technically,
Actually.
Can we actually this?
So I will say the unfortunate portion is that these varieties of dragons are a little bit more bestial. They're not as diplomatic and logical, and it's going to do what it wants and say what it wants and expects you to understand.
It's power and pride.
Exactly, power and pride doesn't feel the need to fully explain itself to all of you. You should be able to understand it. It's like a vain or unruly tyrant of a king, kind of. So I'm sure it meant that you were to understand that it had claimed this creature for it being in its paw. All right, I will need initiatives.
Yeah, we got that cool ass druid with us and the paladin.
Oh yeah.
You do have a cool ass druid with you.
And Jordan had
Probably gonna need him. So, huzzah!
So huzzah. I'm gonna put Celine in the initiative as well, because Because.
Oh man, we didn't get to finish the game.
No.
You better be careful there, Chaplain. It might decide to claim you as part of its horde because you're interesting.
Oh,
Um,
no.
And shiny.
And very shiny.
Oh no!
Exactly. You are
Dragons
you
are just crows.
you are good company, intriguing, and the color of gold and silver. So I think you're ripe for Dragon Horde. You give Dragon Horde
You
energy.
look so wee.
Exactly. Look pretty cool. I'll have to go get a pen one of these days, but for now I'll use a pencil like some kind of lame person. Okay, 6 for the druid. Ooh, I need to pull up your paladin.
Alana.
Hello.
Etherish. Stay right there, gang. Gang. Nope.
Yeah. Hello.
What a- what a-
Can't
what a-
tell me what to do.
What a great suggestion, but you know what?
Oh.
And the thing
It's
is
like
that someone had just suggested that we should get a handle on Solace.
It's like, that's a great suggestion, and I would follow if I wasn't a bitch. And then everyone starts doing their own edit.
Dang.
I'm sorry, are you the captain?
Oh no!
Last time I checked, you were the boss of me.
I didn't even get a chance to talk. Like we were literally held at gunpoint for Dragon Point.
Yeah.
one
I
guy's
was
like, "Want to play?"
hiding right behind you, Ed.
The other
Right
one's
behind
like,
you.
Yes, there was a lot going on, I guess. We could count that to like nerves or whatnot.
Wait, no, because Chaplin didn't even know the board game. So Chaplin did the equivalent of like, "Hey guys, do you want to go through these really complicated board game directions before we play this?" Like, hand?
Well, I mean, it was a good distraction. It's like, okay, now I'm going to teach you every rule of D&D because you're hooked now. And he's like, all right.
Also, a little chess, like there's the king, and then there's also the elder brain who controls all of the units.
Well, here's the thing.
There's a third party.
The Mind Flayer are a highly intelligent race. Like the basic Mind Flayer is like genius level intellect. So you know that's like one of those like 3 or 4 board like chess things, like the super complicated version of
it's
chess.
4D chess.
Yeah, basically it's probably like 4D chess. Absolutely. Okay, let's get some initiative going. Do I have a 20 plus?
Someone got a
So,
20.
20. Okay, do I have a 20 to 15?
15.
15. Do I have a 15 to 10?
14.
Yeah, but okay. There. That
12.
is Alarum. She's a little 12. Okay. I do need to roll for Mr. Axe, but fuck. It's fine. I need to roll for Mr. Axebeard here. I forgot all about him. He is part of the struggle. Man, I'm from the struggle. Good thing he rolled low. Screw up what I was going to do. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that was 15 to 10. Do I have a 10 to 5?
5. It's up to me even just cast a spell.
Got it. 5.
Alright.
Look at something real quick. Oh, surprising. Oh, yeah, okay. And last but not least, do I have a 5 to 0?
An amazing 3.
An amazing 3. What did you get after it again?
5.
5. Okay, cool. All right, initiative is up. Let me just change the music. We've decided to fight with the Big Old Dragon. That apparently has a mate nearby, as you can say.
What?
Yeah, it said that.
No.
I thought there was two of them to begin with. That's like,
Ilara's like, there's a lot of roaring going on down there, and it blasted the ground. And as it like screeches out, like enough, and the dragon sort of like more aggressively widen its gate slings. Like, okay, this is happening. She is going to do what she does. She's going to cast her steam drakes to sort of get the ship ready to go. Give me a little. There we go. I don't know why we're doing this. Oh boy, hold for me. Conjurations are always a little tricky, but we got this. They are small creatures, and there are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're going to start manning ballistas. Come on now. Come on, I know you can do it. It's too bad she's your NPC, because that would have been a real cool, like, enemy ship idea, if you ask me. A single wizard, like, running their own ship with, like, a crew of conjurations, but it's all good. And then these two will just kind of hold here for when they're needed. And Celine's gonna like run into the captain's quarters or into the bridge, and sort of take a seat at the Spelljammer helm. Thelma's still like smoking. She's like, she doesn't give a fuck. She has either no survival sense or is the bravest bitch in the world. Just, you don't know what the streets of the Rock of Brawl are like. This is nothing. And
That's
that's
what
gonna
she's
bring
like.
God.
Yeah, this ain't nothing. You haven't seen anything, honey. Hassan, you're up to bat. There is a very big dragon over there who seems very angry. What do you do?
Probably wouldn't like the portrait I gave it, right? Like, I probably couldn't give it the portrait I've been making of it, and it'd be like, oh hey,
You
for your
you can
refrigerator.
try. You certainly can try. They're very vain. They're incredibly vain.
She's not that good yet.
Oh my.
So
Vanity is the weakness of dragons, they say. I would love to see you try. I would love to. It would be funny if it works out.
you know something? Yeah, that's what she's gonna do.
Okay, I want you to, as you hold it up, like kind of like make me a persuasion check to see if you're. Ooh, first and foremost, I want you to roll a quality check for your creation. Are you proficient in whatever tool you're using right now?
Nope, it's a new tool. So we were doing sleight of hand.
Got it. I will
Unless you
allow
want to do
to
something different, which is whatever.
Yeah, let's call. So this is about. This is less about the skill of your hand and more about like entertainment value. So I'll allow you to use your dex if you wish, your modifier, but let's call it a performance check. So use your.
Okay.
Are you proficient with performance?
I am not.
So let's call it a flat dex.
Okay, we'll do that too.
Yeah, unfortunately, the dragon can't appreciate the talents of Brush Shrew, but it can appreciate entertainment.
That's okay because that's actually really pretty good as far as things go. 21.
21. it sort of like in its roaring gait, it like looks at you and sees it, and like for a novice painter, it's like it's pretty good. Like it's a cool portrait of the dragon itself, which is helpful because the dragon is black and your ink is black, and you kind of like make a cool dragon. The dragon looks at it and sort of tilts its head.
If it matters, she was more like the druid, where she's like she kind of had a thing for Etherith when Etherith was a dragon. So
in its
a little
old, yeah. So in all of its ferocity and like I'm gonna kill you all, you display the painting kind of like, and then like tilts its head at you for a split second and goes, "Look, shot mer fudge it, And Etherith, you'll take that. You'll know that to mean you can live the painting.
Oh my goodness.
So, Basan, you don't know what it said, but it like waved at you dismissively.
No, I'll put that down. I'm like, okay, we should go. We should go now. Let's go. It likes art. Let's go.
So you leave it on the ground. What do you do next?
I'm gonna start, like, obviously moving towards it, but also moving towards the ship, like in a diagonal. Clearly, I need to move from where I am.
Got it. So we'll say you're moving towards the ship because it's a one.
Yeah.
You know, you're between A and B right now. Okay, so 30 feet. I'll say it was like a free action to display it and then drop it. So I'll give you the full action and the bonus action. You want to dash?
Yeah, I will dash towards the ship.
All right.
And kind of be like, all right, let's not fight the dragon. Let's go.
All right, dash. Any bonus actions?
Nope.
Action surge?
Nope.
Uh,
Not
nope,
yet.
fair enough.
We're gonna save that for unless it's really necessary.
No problem. Just don't want you. Just want them. I know you've forgotten it once or twice, so I just don't want you to forget.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you.
So the dragon. Who's got a really high passive insight? Who's got high passive insight?
I do. 16.
Perfectly and fittingly. Oh, okay, Zalace. Well, you're unconscious, Zalace. Chaplain. So I'll say Chaplain and Etherith. You see that the dragon was like rearing up to do something, and then it saw Basan's thing, and Basan left it, and now like whatever it was gonna do isn't doing it. It seems to be like looking at all of you, but its eyes keep going to the painting. You get a sense that like it doesn't want to hurt the painting, and it's now probably gonna be a little less AOE inclined. What do you do, Ed Short? Oh, yep, Ed. What do you do, buddy?
Ed didn't draw a painting. This has been going bad, so Ed's gonna stand his ground, and Otto is gonna pop up as a ballistic cannon. And
Nice.
if am I within range?
I don't know. What's your range?
120 feet.
Do I have a little auto mini? I should have saved one by now. No, it's time to do that now. Robots. All right, you pull them out. Where are you dropping auto? You
Right
drop
in
them
front of
30
me.
feet of you, right? Yeah, right in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hang on a second while I make us a little auto mini to remember with forever. Okay, what's the range on auto?
Otto has a range. Make a 120 feet.
The dragon is within range of auto.
Okay, so he's gonna fire off a shot.
All
I
right.
believe it's mine. So let's see. That's a 19 plus 7.
Ooh.
That will hit. Roll me some damage. You hit the dragon.
All right, let's do. It's 2d8. Nice. That's 8 plus 2, 10.
10. Okay, the bolt sort of shoots at the dragon. It does slow. It does go through the dragon, but definitely like slows with an impact as it sails through the dragon. As it is currently phased, it will take half damage, so 5 damage. And it like roars angrily from the shot, like utterly provoked by it. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That'd be all. That's my turn.
Do you do anything, Ed, or is it just the bonus action drop and you stay there?
Well, is Ed within range? Because I'd fire at it if I'm at 120 feet.
You are indeed within. We'll call it 85.
So is that is 120? I'm within it.
You
or
can,
no?
yeah, you can do a
Okay,
firebolt
cool.
if that's what you're meaning.
I'm gonna do a firebolt. Yeah. And that is 10 plus 7. 17.
17 does just hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and let's see. Since it's cannon, okay, fire. Okay, 1 extra d8. All right, so that's 2d10 plus 1 d8. All right. That is 6 plus 7 plus 2. So 13, 15.
15 damage. That one hits true and is not ruined by the phase. It hits it and sort of emulates around its body, and it kind of roars angrily. It is not terrifically hurt, but it is very angry now. If it wasn't already.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Let's see here. The dragon is going to use a legendary action in this moment, and is going to be very careful not to hurt the painting that was left behind. The painting just on the edge of the dragon is going to, and it's going to shoot like a bolt of literally liquid nitrogen that splays across the ground and creates a small field of treacherous ice under the feet of those who are standing there. That area is now considered difficult terrain. And the painting just sits there at the edge of the blast. That'll bring us to Zalace. Zalace, I need another death saving throw, please, and thank you. Understood. Okay, that's gonna bring us to Chaplain. What is your plan, Chaplain, as you stand here? I'll say that you've already picked up your board if you want.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is the lace compared to me?
Zalace is up here next to us.
How far away is that?
That is... Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Oh my god, come on now. Do the thing. There we are. We're gonna call that 65 feet.
Okay. Sweet. I'm going to channel divinity in the direction of that group up there.
Okay. I assume you're putting
it's 30. It's a 30 feet distance.
Got it. So halfway there. Whoa.
Yep.
Yep. A little perfect duplicate of Chaplain appears.
Yeah, and then I'm going to healing word Zalace real quick, just to get him up on his feet.
Got it.
Oh, good. So that's 8 healing for Zalace.
All right, Zalace, you are alive, my friend. All right, is there anything else there, Chaplain?
No. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna move. I can be up to 120 feet away from the duplicity. So I guess I'm going to make my way down the rock ledge there.
You're going closer to the dragon.
I'm going closer to the dragon, further away from the other members, further away from the duplicity, basically.
So you want to do a straight line away from it and down the hill?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
How much speed do you have?
30.
Okay, so you get to right here as you make your way down the rocks.
All right, and then I'm done.
And then you're done. Let's see here. Okay, that is going to bring us to Alara Moonshadow. Oh boy, we're in trouble. Oh, that's not going to help. That's not going to help. It's probably very strong. That probably will not help. Oh, it's only... Jesus, that's not going to help at all. He's like, oh, this is really not my gig. Battling dragons. Let me go as far as actions here. She's going to say, Okay. Well, good luck, Captain. And she is going to cast Aid. And she's going to give herself, the druid, and you an extra 5 to your maximum HP and hit points to go along with it. So she casts Aid, and she's leading. She goes, I'd recommend running away because dragons are really hard to kill. And she will make her way 20 feet up that ledge with no particular bonus action to spend. She is going to she'll harness divine power and get the spell slot back and start running in that direction. Broadleaf. Ooh, what are we doing, Broadleaf? You very powerful bastard, you. Hang on, I just want to check something. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I love having good guy NPCs and bad guy NPCs because it's a complete like bipolar experience where like it's the good guy's turn. I'm like, oh no, I gotta save them, and then on the bad guy, I'm like, yeah, I gotta kill them, and it's a complete yo-yo experience. Okay.
Hey, I just remembered. Is this the same day? Do I still have 2 lions and a mastiff on the ship?
You certainly do, my
Yes.
friend. You certainly do. If there's any willing creatures you can see within range. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This could be going better. 6 or less. Druids are a little complicated. Sorry about that. Please hold. Let's see here. Preferably something that goes speedy. Let's put a little. Oh no, let's throw a little fly speed on there. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, this might be good. This might be good. This might be good. It's entirely possible to be good. Oh no, never mind. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Okay. The druid says, "You were the captain, wishing for a swift retreat."
Yeah, I'm hoping you can buy us some time. Anything, freaking some of that fungus you were telling me. I'll be your moon now. I'll grow whatever you want. Just buy us some time to save our ship.
he's like, okay. Okay, that changes plans slightly. If you want to buy some time, he will make you capable of buying some time. He has no problem with doing that. He is pretty. Let's see here. Not you. No. Lower. I want lots of hit points, please. Sorry to make you guys wait. As I said, they're a little complicated. What we got?
Any way you can like pin it down or something?
Being in battle much, I have not. And it's going to. How many hit points does that have? It's got a lot of hit points. Let me use that. God, that's got a lot of hit points. How fast is it? That's. Yeah. It's going to say, okay, make you into something sturdy, I shout, but fear not the power of running away. And he is going to cast animal shapes. And as he casts animal shapes, specific words. Oh, fuck. Hang on, sorry. It has to be a little. I'll pick something a little too big. These suck. I liked it better when it was higher CRs. I'm sorry, folks. One moment. Oh shit, that's kind of cool. Oh shit, that is really cool. Oh fuck, that's kind of. Oh, that's not cool. It was almost really cool. Sure. Sure. It's going to. Okay. He's gonna cast Animal Shapes. Edgeward, your body suddenly becomes exoskeletal and large, and he is going to turn you into a giant scorpion. Okay, Edjord, you are now going to be a little bit more capable of fighting. This is what he's got to power you up. Giant scorpions are large, so that is the right size. And he can hit anybody he wants within 30 feet of the large size. So I think everyone else is becoming giant eagles, which are very capable of flying. Yeah, that's the right CR. Okay, and anyone within, how far? Within 30 feet?
Oh, I mean, I'll take the eagle.
Oh, you want eagle too? All right.
Yeah, like Ed blasted it because he wants that thing to stay there and not go to the ship. He's basically making like a one-way run for it, but he's buying time, make sure everyone's.
It looked like you were standing your ground, but he will give you eagle if that is what you want. Bear with me, everybody. We're almost done here. There we are. Okay. Fuck scorpions. Who wants to be a scorpion? Turns you into a giant eagle. You are a large-sized eagle. He's turning himself into one. Oh boy, this is a little complicated. Sorry. Boom. You are bigger than that. You are all within 30 feet. So, Elara, you get to be an eagle. Congratulations. And Apoxy, you're within 30 feet, so congratulations. You're an eagle, as long as you're willing, of course.
Yes.
Okay, so suddenly you're all a bunch of giant eagles, and the druid says yip yip, and is going to fly away. It's going to fly 80 feet to here. And that is the druid's turn. Thank you for your patience. I apologize. That's too long. Now it's the dragon's turn. You shot it, Ed, and that hurt its feelings. It is going to stomp 40 feet towards you and then flap its mighty wings and sort of bound over to you. And it's going to land about there. It's going to be indeed within range of you and your little robot. It's going to make 2 claw attacks against Otto. You have Otto's stats ready to go?
Let me see.
Cooking dice.
Okay.
It's fine. It's gonna hit it. That's 2 28s to hit.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's
As for
taking that to the
damage,
face.
Otto's gonna take between the 2 attacks. That's going to be 23 points of slashing damage as the dragon lands and just starts like driving its claws into it, like trying to rip Otto apart. Is Otto still a thing?
He's still kicking.
Whoa.
Okay. Last attack is going to spend against you, Birdman. It's going to lurch its head out and perform a bite attack on you. Which is going to be a natural 20.
Oh shit.
That's going to be. Oh, we might need a new captain soon.
Are you kidding me?
This is going to be. Oh boy. So that's going to be 24 piercing damage. And then an additional 8 cold damage. So hold with me here because you're no longer going to be a giant eagle. So that'll end up being 6 damage to Ed.
Okay.
Oh,
So, oh, okay, all right. So I actually take 6 damage, not the like.
Yeah, you, Ed Jord, take 6 damage, but you are no longer a giant eagle.
Okay,
You
cool.
survived probably by the grace of that animal shape, but you are no longer a giant eagle.
Okay.
And that is going to be the dragon's turn. Oh, I should have rolled to recharge in it. Yeah, apparently doesn't. Etherith, it's your go. You see this thing jump on top of Ed and start savaging him and his robot. The party, you get the scene. What do you do?
How far away is Ed from me?
Ed is 100. We're going to call that 130 feet.
Okay. Well, Ed's gonna be the luckiest one then. I'm gonna use another sorcery point to use distance spell, and I'm going to. The way I'm reading Vortex Warp is that I can teleport them to anywhere I see within range.
Yeah.
So essentially, I can also cast it 240 feet. I can take him from where he is and then 240 feet behind me. So I'm putting Ed back on the ship.
Understood. So you got 240-foot range?
Yep.
Yeah, you can reach the ship. So Ed suddenly is not being monstrously savaged by a giant dragon. Is instead, suddenly Ed, as long as you're willing, of course, you feel the magic grasps you, and you find yourself standing on the deck of the ship. Very probably welcome experience.
And
Beeline for Spelljammer.
All right, we could do that on your turn, but Etherith, is there anything else for you as you are still with Axebeard with barrels in hand?
I'm going to point my staff at the barrels and I'm going to yell to the dragon. Oh, well, I didn't translate very well. Cis nomeno illucus feci offer ui vilverakilik, which is cease violence or offer is forfeit.
It will. It will sort of cease its savagery for about a moment to say, "Don't warfik, throw Stifona, Uasene," which essentially means your tribute, your lives, everything you have is now mine.
What a shame.
Yeah, you get a sense that it has been, it is given over to its like primal, prideful nature in this moment. It's no longer feeling merciful.
How many spells do I have left? Sorceries. Well, I guess I'm gonna start running.
All right, you turn around and start running.
Yeah.
I'm going to allow Jorn's movement to happen now. As long as you're taking the barrels, he's like helping to move them.
Yeah.
So since
sure.
you're in like a little train with him, he will run with you. So 30 feet this way.
Yep, that's fine.
So he's going to just run with you. I'll let him use his movement for now. The rest of everything can happen later. Is there anything else?
No, I mean, bonus action wise, can't cast 2 level spells, so.
You do have a full action left. You want to dash?
Oh, I use a full action to teleport Ed.
Oh, is Vortex Warp an action? I thought it was a bonus action.
Nope, it's a full action.
All right, never mind then. Okay, that is going to bring us to a legendary action from the dragon, who is going to attack Otto with its tail. It's going to make a tail attack against Otto. That is going to be a 25 to hit Otto. The tail smashes down for 15 points of damage.
He's gone until tomorrow.
Otto. Well, that's worth pointing out is that the original robot that you created, Otto, is gone. You can create a new one, but Otto is gone.
No.
And Otto's smashed into 100 parts. R2-D2 is scrap metal now. And that will be its held action, which is going to bring us to Apoxy. Apoxy, you're a birdie!
Can I say I was hit to the core with this magic and my form suddenly takes like a metallic bird?
This is interesting. Well, you're considered a humanoid, right?
Construct.
Oh, you're considered a construct.
Yes.
Ed, how many hit points okay, tell me this. How much damage has Otto taken, as far as you know?
So he has his HP total is times my artificer level. So it's he's got an AC of 18 and a number of hit points to 5 times equal my artificer level. So 35.
Which is 35. And how much damage has it taken?
Actually, no, not 35. Level 30 because I'm level 6, and it's taken 24 plus 15 just now. So 30.
39. It's taken 39 damage so far. I will, because I made a mistake. I'm gonna save Otto here. 39. Otto's only taken 13 damage because Otto was also shaped into a giant. So in this moment, Otto is still solid and has only taken that much damage. So it's only taken 19 damage to its actual maximum hit points. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, because the druid would have turned Otto into a giant eagle as well.
Cool.
But I forgot that ruling. So I looked at the spell he would have been capable of. He's a smarter druid than I am. So Otto's still standing. Otto's only taken that much damage. So Apoxy, unfortunately, no. You are definitely like an eagle. Yeah, you feel like fleshy humanoid sentience for the first time.
What is this?
Free will, no!
Should I get Otto?
You have an intelligence of 8 right now, so you're...
Oh no! I
So
thought
you're
wild
still-
shape affects only dex strength.
This isn't wild shape, this is a spell. This is a spell called animal shape.
Darn it! Alright. Yeah,
But
I'm
how
just
much intelligence... Oh, no, never mind, I apologize. You retain your mental stats, your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. My
Okay.
apologies. So you're still in your brain, Apox, so you're not humanoid in there, and that didn't change. You're still
You can
Apox.
grab Otto and you'll have a gun because he's a little force ballista right now.
What's my movement?
You have 80-foot fly speed.
Whoa, yeah, I'm getting Otto.
Okay, you have an 80-foot fly speed. Yeah, okay, so you're going to fly into danger with the dragon. Fly over to here for 45 feet. You can use your one of your attacks to grapple Otto. And then you can fly away for another 35 feet if you wish.
Yeah, I'm taking Otto with me all the way through.
Got it. So you fly away for another 35 feet trying to get away. Otto's in your talons. There will be an opportunity attack.
Could I have raged beforehand, or is that not possible while I'm
You now have... I'll check the spell because it is a bit of a long spell.
Okay.
Assumes the hit points of the new form. When it reverts to its new form, returns the number of hit points it had before transformation. 0 hit points, excess damage carried over. creature is limited to the actions performed by the nature of its new form. So no, you are, in your mind, you are apoxy, but in body and ability, you are a giant. So no, you've not reached.
All right.
It will have lashed out at you, and it will try and bite you on the way out. That is going to be a 21, which will hit you as a giant eagle. You are going to take 11 piercing, 4 cold, 15 damage. I'll keep track of that for your eagle form. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
But you managed to get out of there. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You have 2 more attacks.
Can I throw auto?
Interesting.
I have another attack action. If
Yeah, you
that
do.
is- All right.
Yeah, I'll allow it. You want to throw auto? We'll call auto a improvised weapon in this moment. So you'd have a 20-60 range. So I'll say if you want to just like indiscriminately throw auto in that direction, we'll say 60 feet towards the ship. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, you throw auto, whee, and just like sort of boom, 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 lands here. I am gonna give auto a little damage. I'm gonna say auto takes 3 bludgeoning damage from being thrown. But yeah, auto lands like somewhere over there on the rocks, but does land on his feet.
He's got
Dang, I can't rage. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, well done, Apoxy. It said that you're allowed to go 120 feet of itself. Ooh, it wants auto. It's going to use a legendary action,
What?
and it's going to. It's not going to get you, Chappy. It said you can live, so it's not going to get you, Basan. But it is going to blast ice over here, and create a similar difficult terrain effect right here. And that sort of freezes over, whereas over here thaws out, as it sort of freezes that area with rough terrain. Jordan's already taken the extent of his turn. He's just following you along, Etherith. Celine is going to... damn. Holy fuck, a lot's going on. Woo!
Start it up.
I'm not overwhelmed in the slightest. Let's see here. What is the range on ballistas? 120, 40, 480 feet. You can't really see the dragon, so all of these guys are just going to hold their action. This is where things get a tiny bit complicated. Celine is going to have the ship take off, but not fly too high. This is a real, like, Tatooine, Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn, where they're, like, sort of flying up and drawing closer. So Celine's going to have the ship take off and sort of draw closer to the party so that you guys can load up easier and just kind of like fly over and kind of like sort of tilt the back of the ship down so that you guys can load up a little easier. The ship does have a fly speed of 70 feet around, so I'm gonna just... Ooh, it's a little... Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. This point is where, and she could have swung it around. So let me do a little pivot here. She is at least that good. That's roughly, let's say 30 feet. Okay, so this point right here where the number is displayed, the 30 foot is displayed, that is where, like, the cargo bay doors of the ship are opened. She is going to send her drakes down into the cargo hold, like literally, like rip through the matting here and dive down into the ship. to go open up the cargo bay doors, and they do swing open. So that is, if you can get to this point or near this point here, you can board the ship. That is Celine's turn. That ballista is pointing at the dragon now. And some shots have been taken. She's going to tell her dragons to fire. Ooh, actually, Celine's really smart. And if your ship is destroyed, you're not getting out of here. So she's going to tell her crew to hold fire in case the dragon attacks the ship itself. She's not going to draw the ire of the dragon at this moment. Okay, Basan, what do you do as you're charging towards the ship?
Run, dash.
Run, dash, fair enough. So here's, actually, I'm going to make this a little easier on everybody because I have the power to do this after all. I'm just going to pick up the ship. Ooh, do I have the power to delete the ship? Let's come on, let me delete the ship. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get a new ship and reposition it. We're doing some fancy stuff right now. Oops, that's the wrong words. Sorry, guys. This is a little bit of a complicated battle. I'll move as fast as I can. Okay, we know where everybody is in the ship. I'm not too worried about your positioning. But we did say the ass end of the ship was about here. So she is... So the ship is like here right now. Okay, cool. Haha. All right, Hassan, sorry. What is your plan? I apologize.
My plan is to run to the ship and get on the ship and run away.
Fair enough. So you get to here, 15 feet. You're essentially climbing at this point if you want to avoid the rough terrain. 15. I assume you're dashing, so that's 45 feet. So you got 20 feet to sort of climb up there. You get to here with 20 feet. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I got nothing else.
Okay, fair enough. Edjord, don't worry about this nonsense over here. You're on the ship. What do you do? You're muted.
I'm waiting for the crew by the hole.
You're going down to the cargo hold to wait for the crew?
No, just to help anyone aboard. Because Celine's on the Spelljammer right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You can take over if you wanted to.
So I'll probably stay near her to take over right when it's time to get out of there.
Okay. She will. Yep. She understands, and she will do this with you when you're ready.
And Otto's gonna use all his movement to get towards the ship.
All right. What's Otto's speed?
Just 15.
Otto gets 5 feet closer. If he uses his dash, he can get 15 feet closer. Well, actually, I'm gonna put him at 10 because that's a real steep climb right there. So starts moving close, but he's slipping on the ice and is trying to get up basically the wall of Moonstone. Is struggling a little bit. Okay, that is going to bring us to Zalace. Zalace, you sort of come to consciousness, and in a true Call of Duty, he's "Get up, soldier, we're leaving!" And Etherith and Axbeard start running towards the ship. What do you do? You're muted.
Can I see the photo? Sorry, not the photo. The drawing that Basan left.
Yeah, it is. Yes, you can. I will say. Ooh, actually, let's get real immersive here. We're gonna say that the drawing is sitting on this rock right here. What's your passive perception?
17.
17. Just due to sight lines, no, you will not be able to see it just because you can't see. There's a rock in the way.
Okay. And how far away is the dragon from me at the moment?
Dragon is, we'll call it 30 feet away, or 130 feet away.
Ah, okay. Doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, I'll just movement, bonus action dash.
Okay, bonus action dash. You stand up for half movement, bonus action dash. You have 25 feet of movement.
Yep.
Okay, so we round down in D&D, so that would have been 10 feet to stand up, which gives you 15, 25, 30. That's going to give you 40 feet to run. You run 40 feet to here. What is your action?
Um, uh, uh, my action would be I'll throw can I do that? No, nothing. I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to dash? You want to get?
Yeah, I'll
like
dash with an action.
Okay, you dash another 25 feet, and you manage to like run up the gangplank, and you have boarded the ship. You are in the cargo hold. You're on the ship. You can make it. Well done. Okay, let's see. That'll bring us to Chaplain. Chaplain, you are running this way. Your duplicate's up there. What do you do?
Am I an eagle?
You are not an eagle. You're a little too far for that casting.
Nice. All right. First, I'm going to have the duplicate move 30 feet forward.
Towards the dragon.
Yep.
Okay. It is difficult terrain, but it's an illusion, so I don't think it cares. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't believe so.
No, and it's illusion. Doesn't take damage, so you're just gonna basically like slide like slay down on his butt, and we'll just kind of run to here for 10 feet. It's basically gonna fall here for 15 feet, and then it has 30 feet speed.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay, so it's used 10. It's gonna go 20 feet towards the dragon. Gets to here. Anything else?
Perfect. Yeah. The duplicate is going to cast mirror image.
Duplicate casts a mirror image on itself. Very interesting. Okay, there's a lot of chaplains appearing. Glimmering in the firelight. Is there anything else?
Yeah, and other real chaplain is going to attempt to make his way up the rocks, kind of trying to be as inconspicuous as possible.
Got it. As you make your way up the rocks, it's a bit of a climb. I'll say you get here at the end of your 25 feet of movement.
Oh, 30 actually.
30. Okay, so I'll put you a little 5 foot forward there. We get to here. Is there anything else? Any other stuff you'd like to do?
No, that's action reaction movement for me. So I did want to call the animals down too.
Okay. Animals will begin to proceed down. I will say at the end of their turn with dash action and all, lions and tigers and bears make their way out the back of the cargo bay without hurting themselves. Anything else?
No, that is it. Thank you.
No problem. I'll be fair enough. Would you say that Chaplin would have brought his beasts with him? For the fungus collecting?
Honestly, geez, I don't. Can I roll for it? Because I honestly don't know. I didn't think of it personally, but there's also a decent chance that Chaplin, the character, would have thought of it, and I didn't, because he just likes having that chaos around him all the time. So,
yeah, fair enough.
I'm just gonna re-roll odds and evens. Odds are no, evens are yes.
Cool.
It's a 4, so yes.
Okay, so we will say he likes that chaos around him. So we'll say at this time they've just been kind of following you around. So we'll say, and they're fast. So we'll say they're on the ridge waiting for you here. It is also
Alright,
worth
yeah.
noting, as long as we're talking about animals, when the druid cast his animal shapes, all of his little critters who came off the ship with him, there was only a couple that did. Those have all been turned into eagles, and there's like a flock of eagles flying at the ship right now. So we don't need to worry about that too much. But yes, okay, your creatures are right there waiting on you.
Yeah, so my creatures are actually going to head toward the group of duplicates.
Got it. Do they have stats? Did you pull up their stats?
Oh, the lions and the mastiffs? No, but I
Yeah.
can't.
Man, you guys have a lot of allies. I got a lot of. I have an ally window and an enemy window. I've got 1 on the enemy window and maybe like 10 on the ally window.
Let's see.
Way to go, I guess.
Are we looking for movement here?
Yeah, I got them.
Lions have 50.
Dog is 40.
I believe so, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know it is.
Lions are going to run down. So they run to here. They're going to traipse their way down 20. That's 50 feet. So yeah, they sort of like take like a defensive posture near the chaplains. Puppy Doge is going to run and definitely make it as well. Okay. Thamalura Moonshadow is now a bird and is going to. She's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on over here. I'm leaving. She says this all in her head. This is 80 feet. She is going to ascend. She's 80 feet, so she has 160 feet of speed. She gets to about here, and will land next turn easily. All right, easy enough. That brings us to Griffin Broadleaf, who similarly wants to leave. If he's hurt, the eagles go down, so he is going to protect himself, and he wants to protect all his little critters. He absolutely makes it to his ship and lands. If he could just fucking... There we go. Boom, he's going to land right there. He's going to sort of perch, so he can like watch and make sure everybody gets aboard, so he knows when to end concentration. Dragon's turn. Dragon. Who we got here? Who's this? Apoxy's a bird? You did say you won't get to die. There's a lot of really shiny chaplains right there, and Chaplin's proven himself to be very interesting. I'm going to see if the Dragon's Wrath or Vanity wins out today.
Performance? Contested performance?
I think I'm just going to roll evens and odds. This is kind of a 50-50. It's angry that you tried to take away the thing it wanted to kill, so it might want to kill you, but it also likes shiny things for its horde, and Chaplain is a shiny thing for its horde. Or Chaplains, I should say, plural. So odds, it's going for Chaplain. Evens, it's going for Apoxy. Okay. Dragon is going to fly up into the air.
No.
And is going for Apoxy. Mine.
They're shiny underneath that bird.
Uh-oh. It's going to try and tear you apart, my friend, but not before I roll. Yeah, okay, so it's going to make a bite and 2 claw attacks.
I don't know if I can take that.
Okay, so here we go. Natural 20 on a claw.
That is tough.
Natural 20 on the other claw. And we will see how you're doing after that, and then we'll run the last attack against your AC Apoxy, because I don't expect you're still a bird. Okay, so here we go. 2 claw attacks. So that's going to be 26 damage on the first attack.
Ouch!
Ouch! My goodness. You are certainly not a eagle anymore. You are going to turn back into Apoxy. You are going to fall. That was a. Oh my god. Are you
Oh
serious?
no.
Epoxy learns to tunnel through the earth and escape. So that would have been a. I want you to make me a DC 15 athletics check.
Ah, this is.
Or 17. Well, sure,
Oh,
17. Why not?
17 on the die.
Oh, perfect. You land on your feet, no bludgeoning damage.
I'm a
The
cat.
dragon is going to sort of drop and land as well on top of you, and is going to continue its assault. So to be clear,
I
you
got hit with another
Epoxy.
nat 20.
How far is Epoxy from me right now?
Hang on.
This is important. I may have a
Took
reaction.
40, 42, I think it was. Epoxy, you would have taken. Hang on. I'm just gonna use calculator. My brain is doing too much math right now. It's hurting. You, Epoxy, the construct, would have taken 16 actual damage
For the first hit.
for the hit that brought you out of evil form.
Okay.
Ethereth, you,
I won't-
my friend, cannot see Epoxy in this moment as you
Oh
are
no,
here.
yeah, I'm too far away and I can't see him. That's too bad. Sorry.
Can't you target the dragon?
Nope, no, it's not about targeting the dragon. But I can't see the dragon either.
Can't see the dragon either as you're running down the hill.
Okay,
okay,
16 for slash, right?
16 for the slash. You're also going to take. You're going to take 25 slashing damage from the next claw attack that was in that 20.
I'm down.
And you're down. And the dragon, who was here, just to be clear how much speed we have left, because now that you're down, it doesn't really care about you anymore now that you stop moving. That was 40 feet. It would have landed for another 5. It's used 45 feet. It's going to take off again. That's going to be. It wants both. It's greedy. 35 additional speed. Sorry, it was here. It's going to take off 35 feet. And it's going to move over kind of in this direction towards that one chaplain that isn't in a giant monstrous group. And that is going to be the end of its turn. Or you know what? I take it back. It's a very vindictive creature, and I wouldn't be able to spend it anyway. It will savage you as you lay prone on the ground, and you will take 2 death failures.
Wait,
and then
doesn't
fly
it roll
away.
to hit my AC?
Yeah, it can roll. It would have had advantage. That's going to be because you're prone and paralyzed. Well, not paralyzed, but incapacitated. That's going to be 26 to hit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 2 death failures. It's a good call though, because it could have potentially missed. All right, it flies away. Etherith, you're running. You're going to continue towards the ship.
Who can I see right now?
You see Zelace, who is like bored and is probably like, "Come on!"
Okay.
Jorn is right behind you. You see this like flock of tiny little eagles flying towards the ship. You saw the 2 giant eagles fly towards the ship. If you look back towards the hill, you can just barely see the glint of like Chaplin's body sort of just over the edge of the precipice of the hill. You see the dragon almost like just barely cusping. That's what you can see.
Okay. I look to Joran. Take these the rest of the way, and I'm going to. Ooh, will that be enough? I'm going to action dash back towards everyone. Oh wait, actually, yeah. But don't take me the full 30 feet. Don't take me the full 60 feet. Take me 30.
I'll tell you what,
40
30 feet lands you right here. You can do with your action what you will when you're ready.
Yeah. So I'm then going to cast. I'm going to quickened cast for 2 sorcery points. Phantom Steed.
Ooh, good call. Good call. Does it have an action casted?
It does, but I've quickened it.
But you quickened it to a bonus action. Very cool.
Yes.
What does your steed look like as you summon this steed?
It is. It's a quasi. I'd say
Is it like a
almost,
draconic horse?
almost, yeah. It's like in the same way like the dragon's like almost sort of bony, skeletal, but almost like not any kind of like it's not like a genetic like the kind of horse skeleton you're expecting. It's always kind of bony structure,
Terrifying. I love it.
but with like but also like the flesh of the horse is almost like the lunar phasing kind of deal, where it's almost like ethereal.
Ooh, a skeleton cow. Sorry. Damn, I thought I had a skeleton horse for sure. Hold for possible skeleton horse mini. No, I don't have one. That's crazy. I thought I could have swore I did. Okay, I guess I don't. That's crazy for me. Okay, let me just grab you a normal horse mini then. Lame. Okay, where's it going? Where are you landing it?
Where is Chapel in the order?
In the turn order, Chaplain is pretty. He's good. Chaplin's got a little bit to go before they get to go.
What about Bisan?
Hassan's about halfway down the order. Actually, she's only about 4 turns out.
Then again, Bisan's safe. It's not going to kill Bisan. I already know this. I heard this. I know Bisan's fine. It's
you
getting
see very clearly Apoxy and like a wrecked heap at the bottom of the hill.
And how far is Epoxy from me right now?
115, we'll say.
Okay, fuck the horse and cast it.
Yeah.
Screw the horse and screw the quickest spell still goes through. I'm going to cast a Vortex Warp at 3rd level. It's 120 feet, so it's just.
All right, and you tossing her in the cargo hold.
Yeah, I'm going to
see, right?
She has. I don't know the state of them like health wise. Maybe I should just kill them because then we're taking them away from healing sources.
There's a chance.
You could.
I mean,
like,
my turn is next, so there's not much anyone else can do.
You could pop her like here, like you did with Zelace, near but to Chaplain, but closer to the ship.
Okay, given that it's your turn next and you're dead either way, and I don't think I can save. Yeah, you're not in range.
You're dead either way. Damn. Sorry.
And I can't save. Well, either you make the save or you don't, and I can't save you from here. Besides moving you out of danger, so
It'd be fun to keep my corpse.
You want to just toss her in the cargo bay?
Yep.
Okay, Zelace suddenly behind you. You look behind you, and there's like scrap metal, and you're like, oh, what's that? And then a split second later, you like see the like hair and the teeth and the sharp points, and you're like, oh, that's Apoxy. This like heavily savaged Apoxy.
I'll then use my last 50 feet of movement to run back to where I was to go back.
You
towards
used
the
30
ship.
to run out there. So
I dashed.
You did dash, that's true, and you did quicken, so you did 30 feet all the way back. Cool. Okay, Epoxy. Privately, careful of your reaction, just in case what might happen. Send me a death saving throw, please.
Right on. Okay, that's cocked. I'll send it through.
Resume?
Yeah.
Got it. Understood. All right, that is going to bring us to Jorn Axebeard, who sort of pulls the last over his shoulder. He is definitely over encumbered, but he's going to use his action to dash. And he's going to make it to here, and that's going to be his turn. And somebody's going to have to help him load those crates, but luckily there's 2 summoned dragon, fume dragons by Celine, and they're going to sort of like help like get the barrels up onto the ship. So the barrels are now loaded onto the ship. I will just toss that down so we have a nice little representation. barrels are on the ship now, safe and sound as it goes. That is going to bring us to. Oh, Celine's not even close to done. She's going to maintain her position there. The Drakes are going to continue to hold their actions on the ballistas. Celine's just going to look at you and says, "Do you want the helm, Captain? I can control my conjurations better if I can see what's going on. Do you want the helm? Okay." And she will high five you, and you will now be attuned to the helm, and she's gonna run out onto the deck to about here and begin to make her way to visual range. Ed, you are now in control of the ship. You are now the piloting Spelljammer. What would you like to do? You want to hold for your crew?
I'm holding for my crew and hoping to dash out of there, while also feeling horribly guilty because Otto's behind there. He didn't come with me. And I'm trying to I don't know, just hope something happens to him.
Come on, little guy! And you want him to just keep dashing towards?
Yeah, just keep dashing all the way towards us.
This is basically R2D2's trying to get away with all haste, but is confronted with stairs, and I'm sure you've all seen what R2D2 looks like when he just takes fucking forever. I think in the Clone Wars, Padme and Anakin literally leave R2D2 behind at one point, in the shot, completely just walks away from him as he's slowly making his way up the stairs. That's Otto right now, especially with the ice. So Otto with a full dash and basically climbing is going to get to here at 15. He's just letting out these little robot chirps of fear as it's trying to trying to get closer to the ship. Zalace, you want to help Jorn get onto the ship? Do you want to? Apoxy's in a heap back there. What do you want to do?
All right, let me try a medicine check on Apoxy.
Make me a medicine check, please.
Oh, 21.
21. You go over to more of an arcane check, but it's fine. You go over to, no, you're good, but I was just thinking about Apoxy. But Apoxy has a certain anatomy, and it's fine. Medicine check will do just fine. You run over. Actually, you know what? I take it all back. Make me a wisdom-based arcana check with the same roll you just rolled, because Apoxy isn't flesh and bone. She is magic and metal.
Okay.
So just use your. Are you proficient with Arcana?
I'm not proficient with Arcana, but I'm okay stat-wise.
Are you proficient with medicine?
No.
So the same check will stand. It's fine. What did you roll again?
Oh, can't remember now. 21?
21. Sorry about that. 21. You go over to Apoxy and start looking through what's left of Apoxy that's been just savaged by this dragon. There is no arcane spark of life left in the shell that was once Apoxy. So at this moment, I want to pull away from the battle for half a second here.
So can I do something before you do that? Because if that's
Yes.
the case,
Yes.
I'm just going to lean over and put my hand on her shoulder and then just say, Baphomet, you gave her the power. You need to bring her back to life.
You call to Baphomet over the court. Oh, this is fun. I want you to make me. Are you proficient with religion?
No.
I want you to make me just a flat wisdom check to see if your words meet the awareness of this entity.
Does Lace even know?
Zalace
I
knows.
would say, right,
Oh,
okay.
you do.
It happened behind the scenes, but Zalace saw what happened.
Oh, okay.
Following Captain's orders, dude. Little spy master.
Oh.
You get Zalace. You know what? I will give you advantage because a soul is coming to his realm. He is definitely interested in this moment. So I'll give you advantage on this wisdom check.
It's a bag of shit. 6 on both of them.
6, man. Oh, I want you to roll. I want
Oh
you to
What if he
no.
Does
rolls
anyone
another
wanna-
6?
Does
If
anyone
he
want
rolls
to
3
give
6 in a row.
Zalace an inspiration in this moment? If anyone has one.
I have one. I have one from Crashing
Oh
into
shoot.
Infinity.
All right. Roll one more time, Zalace, as Ed hands you inspiration. Come on. Big money.
It'd be so cool if it's another 6, dude.
16.
6. I was gonna say if you rolled another 6, I might have just let it because that's like 666, and that's like
Yeah.
That's cool, too.
That would have been sick.
But with a 16,
Oh shit.
you feel Zalace, the presence of something great and dark and masterful, something bestial that yearns in the dark. In this moment, you sort of experience some of what Apoxy must have been experiencing. This attention from something dark from beyond. Does not speak to you so much with words, but you do feel its eyes in the dark, like a wolf at the edge of the woods, like you're crowded around your campfire and you know there's a beast in the woods, too quiet to hear, too dark to see, but you know it's there, it's coming. You feel like prey in this moment to a great predator. You feel its intentions within your mind. It wonders why it should release Apoxy to the lands of the living. Someone, a hunter of his, that failed so spectacular. Why would it release such proven prey to the world once more?
Epoxy is young and still to learn. She could be a great hunter. She needs guidance. And this be one of your greatest champions. But she needs to be able to prove that to you.
The entity agrees. This hunter is young to his power, to his cult, to his way. But it wonders, indeed, if she needs teaching, whoever would provide that teaching. Whoever would prove themselves such a keen slayer, such a great weapon against the weak, that they could teach Apoxy to be greater. Who would you recommend?
I am no hunter. I live in the shadows. I could teach her that, but that's not what you want. There is a great fighter among us. Whether she will train Epoxy in the ways of fighting, I cannot be sure.
The entity says, sort of relays through emotion, feeling. The greatest of hunters require three things. They require stealth, which you have. They require a deadly strike, which you have. And also, the greatest of hunters run in packs. Will you then join her in this unholy hunt, this diabolical, predatory state? Will you be with her under his mastery?
Okay, I think above the table, Zalace would be a no, but to save Epoxy, I think I'm gonna have to roll. to see whether that's the case.
All right.
To be honest, I think because Zalace wouldn't be isn't that dark. And I
Right.
don't think he would, but to save a friend, he might.
To save a friend, maybe. Go ahead. By all means.
So what do you want?
It's up to you. This is your character making your decision, whatever you wish to roll. If you could do an evens odds, you could set a DC for yourself for charisma saving throw. Whatever you want. It's your character, it's your choice.
Flat roll of a 20, 10 and above. Above 10, and I'll agree.
Okay. We could, if you wish, we could do a contested the Horned Lord's persuasion versus your charisma save, if you want. And that's and charisma sort of representing your personality, your force of personality, your will, so to speak, against his persuasion, his manipulation.
I'll go for that.
Okay.
I did roll a 15 on the 20, but we'll go for that.
Okay, sure. So 15 plus your charisma save, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So you know what that is, your roll plus your charisma save. I need to pull up his stats really quick and roll a persuasion check. Okay. Oh, Baphomet, it's time to wake up. Oh, there they are. These are 20s. He's a hunter. He is not a manipulator. He rolls not great. He rolls an 11. So you do win on the charisma save, but you did roll above 10. So whatever you think is
I'll
best.
stick with the first one, and I'll agree to save a fox's life.
The entity, this Horned King, is pleased and reminds you that this act need not be so terrible. And he is going to grant you power. He is going to grant you the same thing that Apoxy has. Is going to grant you the power of. I'm going to get it out. Hang on. Ooh, that's cool. Is going to give you something different. Is going to grant you access to the Hunter's Mark spell. Which you can, you don't have spell slots. So we'll say you can cast Hunter's Mark once a day.
Okay. Bottom. I am no killer. And I will not randomly, needlessly kill in your name. But if where we are, in any place in time, you have a person that needs to be dealt with, I will do that.
The entity tells you, if this is to work, you must bend to his power, but be aware of what he requires. What he requires is that you prove your strength over weaker predators. To kill prey is nothing. To kill a predator, that is something. He requires from you that you kill predators in his name. You make yourself and prove yourself the more masterful slayer, the more deadly killer. You can do these things. He will be pleased. And that is all you will need to do. And he will grant you great power in exchange for your wrath upon those less worthy than your might. Can you bend the knee? Can you swear yourself to the Horned King under these circumstances?
I look down at Epoxy. What have you got me into?
Say one more time, sorry?
So I was torn. I look down at Epoxy and say, "What have you got me into?" I bend the knee and bow my head. I am yours.
A great sigh of satisfaction to have another hunter to his cult, another great slayer to called weak. How pleasant. He expects to receive your killings, your prey, very soon. And as all of this vision happens in an instant, like to anybody else who's watching, nobody really is aware of exactly what just happened. It seemed to all have happened, but in a moment of time. You sort of said, like, Horn King, save her. And then you kind of awakened to this new power within you, this new spell granted to you, this allegiance to the Horned King. And Epoxy, just the smallest surge of dark energy, not the normal arcane flow, but like a spark to the campfire that ignites the flame of life. That spark is dark and malice, and what brings you back to life, what that shock to the heart that keeps your heart going, starts it again, is dark and malice and predatory. And you are at 1 point. You are alive. And let's go to our break, because we are well past our break time.
Oh
As
my
Zalace
goodness.
is joined under the power of Bath.
You're getting what you wanted, dude.
And Zalace, take inspiration. For sure, take inspiration.
Thank you very much. Not that I don't think you're a good cleric, mate. I just didn't think you were going to get there in time.
That's fair. No. I didn't mean that at all. I just meant that everybody's going evil.
Someone's gonna wake up one day and be like, "What happened? You
Right. My
used to all be
group is
so
evil.
fun, and now you're all evil."
I was actually just gonna say we're gonna have to have a pretty serious ceremony pretty soon here, so I can get everybody's alignments back in order.
It was them to restore my account. I was born evil,
You're on mute.
literally.
Are Chaplain and Bisan the only two members of the party who are good-ish
Well,
anymore?
no, I think Ed is as well.
Is Ed still okay?
We're 50-50, aren't we, I think?
Maybe. I don't know if Ed
Listen,
is good or
lawful
neutral.
evil can work with good, so long as good isn't lawful good. Lawful evil and neutral good can actually work together.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
it ain't
chaotic.
easy, but it's doable.
I
Like,
find it hard.
The way
Uh,
that Zalace is evil is easy to work with.
I'm gonna get him more evil. Don't worry. We're gonna.
Are we gonna
We're
lose
gonna bring
Bisan
it.
out of this campaign? Do I need to roll?
Don't, hey, it's
character?
it's all secret. It's just like we don't talk about it. It's all secret evil. It's all good. Okay, let us hop back into the fight. So Zalace, it's still your turn. We're gonna say that cost you an action to commune with the Horn Lord and Lord of Hunters and Slayers.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be pretty impressed by your medicine skills as you brought Apoxy wasn't dead. I just like, so you can start thinking about that lie. But in the meantime, what else would you like to do? You have a bonus action and movement.
Screen.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Screen
really
share.
know.
Oh fuck! I thought you said scream. I was like,
I
that's a
heard that
weird thing to
too.
do. But yes, thank you for letting me know. Please, what do you do to this?
There's not a lot else. I think I'll just there's a bonus. I can't pick Apoxy up with a bonus action, can I?
No, unfortunately not.
I'll just there's a bonus action. I'll dash onto the ship.
You want to dash to the top deck? All right, I'll give it to you.
Man of a list, if I can.
I will say with your movement and dash, that's 25, that's 50 feet. Right, run up there, run out there. Yeah, I'll say at the end of your speed, you can man the main deck ballista, and then on your next turn, you could swap ballistas if you want.
Okay.
Fantastic. That is going to bring us to Chaplain's turn. Boy, Chaplain, you got a real interesting thing going on here. It's like a game of chess, except for the dragon. What do you do?
Right. So
You have all your pawns, but the dragon's got his queen.
Right. So I am going to send all of the chaplains and the beasts forward at full tilt directly at the dragon.
Again,
Right.
to hear.
Giggling, in fact.
The dragon's
And
like,
then,
like literally, like you see on the dragon's face, like it's like wrath, killing, murder, blah, and you guys are like, as you run to words, it's like, it looks confused.
and then I'm going to move in the other direction, 30 feet, and while I'm moving, I'm going to use my second channel divinity to use, I believe it's called Cloak of Shadow. Yes, Cloak of Shadows to become invisible.
Ooh. All right. Chaplain vanishes. Fantastic. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's movement, action, bonus action for me for this turn.
Incredible. Okay. That is going to bring us to the Dame, who is going to land on the ship here. Actually, she saw people running in, like there's like yelling and stuff. Oh my god, she's gonna teleport from the ship apparently. She's gonna sort of like flutter down towards the cargo bay and like land in the cargo bay and just kind of like fit her off to the side to try and stay out of the way. But she's gonna sort of position herself there, being a healer. She might be able to be of some use at some point. So she will flutter down into the cargo bay and stay there until the spell is dropped. Is there any other birds out there? There is not. So I'll say she like chirps at the druid and then lands inside, and then he drops the spell because you can do that at any time. You can drop concentration at any point. And he will sort of land here and be like, oh. She will land inside. She will become Ilara Moonshadow, and she is going to, not knowing the situation with Apox, just see her in a heap, and is going to run over and put a hand on you, and is going to use her action to perform Lay on Hands, and she's going to fill you with 20 hit points. You're like, oh good, I saved you! And that'll be her turn. That's going to bring us to the big druid here, who is dropped the spell. He steps down so he doesn't fall off. He's got a bunch of stuff in the pocket. Let's see what he's doing. It's like, oh, how do I help? How do I help? All the birds like get onto the ship at this point. Like, oh, how do I help? How do I help? Okay, he is going to. That's not enough. What's he gonna conjure? He's gonna conjure something. There is upcasting rules, so you can choose one. Some of the options below. And more creatures appear twice as fifth. Oh, okay. He is going to use a 5th level slot to cast Conjure Animals, and he's going to conjure. You know what? He'll add to whatever you're doing, Chaplain. He doesn't know what you're up to, but he's gonna try and help and command them to do whatever the other ones are doing. And he's going to summon 4 additional lions. So he'll run over here and cast it to right there. Summon 4 additional lions. And end his turn. The lions, with their 50 feet, I believe? Yeah, 50 feet, are going to sort of run here and dash. And I'll say at the end of their turn, they kind of generally line up in the very end. Not really sure what's going on, but doing his best to kind of help somehow. That'll be his turn, bringing us to the dragon, who I think would have taken some legendary action. Well, I missed it, so I'm not going to do it, but I will give him the one fair action. Is going to do a tail attack against the nearest lion. That is going to be a 30 to hit. Nearest lion takes 10 bludgeoning damage and is still alive. On its turn, it sort of looks around a little confused, and is going to look at the new lions coming in, and is going to do a cold breath at the new lions running in. Lions, yeah, it's fine. They all fail their con saves. They all take 38 points of damage, and these lions are gone. It was sort of spent turn of the dragon. But the dragon's going to like land here. Yeah. Is it? It's going to fly up to here. Yeah, it wants that stupid little droid that shot a giant, like shot it. It's not happy about it, so it's gonna fly over to here and sort of flutter over top. Etherith.
All right, where is Chaplain? Where's the real Chaplain? Will the
You
real
have no fucking clue, man.
will the real Chaplain please stand up?
Yeah, really. Chaplin's out there somewhere or with the group. You do not know.
Oh yeah, he's invisible. I have no idea.
Whoa.
You can see the dragon.
I can see the dragon, and I can see
Get closer.
Auto. Can I see Auto?
Yep.
How far away is Auto?
Not too far, my friend. Man, Etherith with the Vortex Warp saving the day.
What level is it?
It is a second level spell, although I've been needing that extra range, is what I'll say.
65 feet.
Oh, that's perfect. I don't even have to use a meta magic on that. I will just simply use Vortex Warp on Auto and put him back on the ship.
All right, Auto goes in the cargo hold because you can't see the deck, so in the cargo hold, Auto goes. Cargo, everyone's loaded up except for Jorn, who will be presently, Hassan, who is still scrambling, and maybe Chaplain? It's hard to tell where Chaplain is or what Chaplin's doing. And yourself, of course.
Yes. I want to use my movement to. On one hand, I want to keep things in sight, but on the other hand, I don't want to be like left stranded. And
It is worth noting if you get some elevation on the ship itself, you will be able to see.
I'll use movement to get back into the ship, but if I can make it to the cargo hold, then hopefully maybe I can get onto the deck by next turn.
With 30 feet, you climb up into the edge of the cargo hold.
Cool. And
Okay.
that'll be it then. Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Apoxy. Apoxy, you're alive with 21 hit points. You
Was I
felt
aware?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not aware. The only thing you're not aware of, maybe you're like you were dead. You don't know. You just suddenly like felt this like you were gone. You were just gone, and then you felt this like dark surge of like bestial power in your heart, and you just sort of like came back to life. And then Alara threw her hand on top of you. You don't think Alara saved you, but you did see Zalace sort of was over top of you as the first thing you saw, and then just kind of ran without a word. So that's the puzzle pieces you have. Dark Surge woke you up. Zalace was there, standing over top of you, not doing anything other than like inspecting you, and then ran off, and then Alara put her hand on you. That's the puzzle pieces you have.
Thank you, Alara. I start climbing up to the top deck.
Okay, stand up. Half your movement. You got 40 feet, right?
Yeah, I'll just dash.
So 20 feet, you dash. Okay, you are definitely on the top deck at this point. What next?
I'm gonna rage so I don't take any more severe damage.
Okay, you go into a rage, activate one of your 3 primal weapons. What else?
That is all I can do.
Got it. Jordan loads himself up into the back. He's gonna yell out, "Hurry! We're almost loaded! Hurry!" He's just sort of like yells broadly to whoever's there. That'll be his turn. Celine's on the deck. She's gonna run up to the top deck so she can get a better view of the scene. That's it. Her various are like pointing the ballista at the fucking thing, and they're just standing ready to shoot. If that thing turns its attention, Hassan, what do you do?
All right, so now I'm going to run, and if I need to use my action surge to get extra dashing, I will.
Got it. You had to climb, so 15 feet here. Dash gets you another 30 feet. You're definitely going to need action surge.
I'll take it.
You run 30 feet to here, and I'm going to say Jordan held his action to like, he's like, come on! And you like jump and like grab his hand, and you're dangling off the side, but he's got you. He's going to stomp twice on the deck. To which Ed, you could like see him through the power of the Spelljammer helmet. He says, "I think we got everybody. I don't know where Chaplain is. He might still be out there, but I don't really know." And that's your information that you have, Ed. It is your turn, as I assume you have no bonus action this on.
I
Not that'll
I'm
help.
gonna oh I'm gonna hold my action to do a defensive charge as soon as we confirm Chaplain on or not.
Got it. You're waiting to confirm Chaplain is on the deck. Understood.
You know, there's two ways that we confirm this: his animals or himself, and like not seeing either, Ed's not moving.
Understood. You're not leaving a man behind. That's admirable. Zlace, you're on the deck. Do you want to change ballistas? You're muted.
Yeah, I'll go to the back ballista, and just
All right. Yep, that one gets right out of your way, and you man that ballista, and you have a clean shot on that dragon whenever you're ready.
I will hold my action to shoot the dragon if it gets. Oh, no. Yeah, if it either picks up Otto or gets any closer.
Understood.
Oh,
As we're getting close to the end, it's going to start applying some. Well, yeah, Otto's on the ship, so he's just kind of out there alone.
Oh, is it?
He sees you all loaded up, and he sees Chaplain. I don't think he needs to worry. I think he thinks that he doesn't need to worry about Chaplain. Like, Chaplain's not getting the ship over in the middle. So, I don't think there's going to be any legendary actions in this moment. The Dame Alara is... She's got some tricks.
One thing to clarify,
Yeah.
Ryan, just for wording's sake, defensive charge is a reaction, so I'm holding a reaction as opposed to an action, I guess.
Oh, yeah, you can't hold a reaction, unfortunately, because they're reactions. They're just reactions. You can... I think you can hold you have a maneuver in there that costs you an action that lets you like dash, right? Basically.
Yeah, it's the dash one or which is full speed. That's just on a dash, which I can take that. Defensive charge basically makes it so I can all the attacks against me are at disadvantage, and then my reaction on top of that is that I can move half my speed.
Got it. So you have one reaction a turn. So what you can do is one of two things. You can either not take any held actions and just have that reaction ready to go, which isn't terribly helpful because you're not moving. Or you can hold your action, which will cost you a reaction, to do full speed, and the moment anyone's loading, you can...
Cool. So I'll do that then. Yeah, that.
Okay.
That was it.
Understood. Alara just holds, ready to like perform magic life-saving shit if anybody needs it. Broadstaff, Broadleaf is like, oh, they're dead now. I think just wants to distract the dragon as best as he's capable. I think he's gonna do another little conjure animals. Let's see if we can't summon some more people and spread them out. Want them to be big and juicy for the taking. Okay, that one's pretty good. Quarter is 8. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Quarter is 8 of them. They're large. Okay. Oh, I don't need to do it here. It's going to summon 8 giant bats. Alrighty then. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Summons a whole fuck ton, and that is the official term of many bats. A whole fuck ton of bats, and sends them to just kind of go out and like fly around and harass and distract the dragon. Is going to send 1 of or 2 of them towards the hole because it didn't like that the last time we did that. There's 60 feet, so this one's going to what was like Sorry, let me just get this all correct. Because space does matter. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So this would summon here. So we'll say these two guys. They're gonna do. They've got 60 feet of fly speed. They're gonna do a 120-foot stint in this direction towards the hole. The other ones are just gonna kind of fly around the dragon and annoy it, basically. They're gonna use basically use the help action to distract it. Sort of chirp at it, pissing the dragon off. The dragon's going to take its legendary action to swing its tail at one of those. They're going to stay just out of range. They're going to, yeah, they'll stay just out of range. They'll chirp and be angry. The dragon's just going to roar. He's going to fly. The ruse will work. It doesn't want you guys going near the thing, and it doesn't fully understand what's going on. So it's going to fly towards these ones. 70. We only got those here. It's going to attack. It's going to speed things up because it's a dragon. They're fucking giant bats. They're both killed. 2 shots, 2 kills, and then is going to descend 10 feet, roaring. Atherith, you're on the ship. Anything?
I'd like to get up onto the deck.
All right, you run up onto the deck without issue. Dash.
I mean, at 30 feet, is that enough, or do I need to dash?
I'll say 30 feet is just enough to get you on the deck. Sure, because you're standing and everything.
Yeah. Okay. And how far is the dragon from me?
Sure. I'll see you step off over here to see the dragon off the side of the ship. Oh, I don't think you can see the dragon from the way the ship's pointed.
Oh, never mind.
It's fine. I'll say you lean over the edge and you can kind of see it. Dragon is, let's make sure that's accurate. 100 and I'm gonna say 165.
Ooh, just too far away for me to really do anything to it, even with distance. So I'm going to. I guess I'll hold an action to cast. Do I specify the spell, or can I just say I'm going to hold an action to cast a spell if it gets into range?
You're supposed to specify like the entirety of the action and the cause.
In that case, I'll be holding Ray of Sickness if it gets into range.
Understood. Ray of Sickness in case it gets into range. Fantastic. Epoxy. Oh, you're under. What the fuck are you doing down there?
Whoa!
You ran up onto the deck. Oh shit, that's interesting.
Made a
Okay,
dupe.
you're here. Yeah, I guess I got a dupe on you. So you're here. What do you do? Your rage. Yeah. What do you do?
I'm just going to the nearest
Ballista.
ballista and ready in action to shoot.
Got it. You ready in action to shoot? Your rage ends. Jordan's gonna hold fast, keep an eye out for Epoxy, hold an action to help him out. He pulls you onto the ship, Basan, so you're officially on the ship. That's gonna bring us to Celine's turn. Celine is similarly just holding actions to fire. This Drake is gonna fly down into the cargo hold to help be of some assistance, perhaps. They continue to load the cargo into the holds, so they're just there to help. Son, anything?
Is there anything that I can physically do to help anyone?
You can help load those barrels back into
And
the
that's
cargo
what I
space.
will
get them
do.
out. Okay, you start loading them into the cargo space, no problem. I'm gonna start load because the space is getting pretty full, so I want to start changing. Yeah, between you and the Drakes, those barrels get properly loaded into the belly of the ship, no problem. Ed, you just gonna continue to hold your action?
I'm gonna continue to hold my action, but Otto's gonna dash and hide somewhere.
Got it. Otto is on the ship, so Otto's just gonna run to the companionway and kind of like sit there.
Yeah, just chill, dude. And that's it. Yeah, just readying that dash.
Got it. All right. Solace, you're still on your ballista, still holding.
Yes, please.
All right, Chaplain. Oh, Chaplain. What do you do, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, nobody turned me into an eagle, so I had to hoof it over here.
It's true.
I am actually going to use my action to from the duplicate, which should be directly under the dragon, in the hopes
Yeah.
of further distracting or confusing it. I'm going to toll the dead.
Okay, you're gonna toll the dragon. It rolls a 21 to save.
Oh, that does save. So is that's a save or suck, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrips are usually saves or sucks.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame because that was a really good damage roll too. Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep trucking toward the ship.
All right, you keep trucking.
And of course, my lions and duplicates are trying to make as much noise as possible to create a distraction.
Got it. So here, because we're kind of at the point where it's just really about Chaplain at this point, I am going to sort of like bring us into a modified out of initiative. Essentially, this is about distracting the dragon long enough to give Chaplain time to get there. So I want to... First thing I want to ask, Captain, you're zoned in there with your mind, like your ability to like look through the gate. You see all these things hampering it. The dragon is being kept at bay, barely by the magics of the druid summoning, by Chaplin's own duplicates. The dragon is like mowing through them with great speed because it is a powerful dragon, breath weapons and whatnot. Maybe hear a whisper from... Well, actually, before we get to that, I want a couple of rolls. The first one I'm going to roll for the druid to see... we're going to make a performance check here to see how well he's able to distract the dragon with his magics. Okay. Doesn't roll entirely great. Chaplain, I want you to roll a deception or performance check to keep distracting the dragon.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to build for success that one too. All right, so that's going to be a 12 altogether.
Okay, you guys are struggling to keep the dragon's attention. The dragon's sort of like dealing with the bats and the little chaplains down there, but its attention quickly seems to be like, I'm roaring at the ship, and his attention's like quickly steering towards the ship. Chaplain, I want you to roll me, because you're moving kind of slow. You're sort of like, you're not dashing there. You're taking your due time and trying to keep these things going. You're focused more on the performance than on the actual getting there. I want you to roll me an athletics check at disadvantage to see how fast you can get to the ship.
Okay.
And how long is your invisibility? That's important to me.
Oh, my invisibility was over when I cast Toll the Dead.
So that definitely changes things. I still need that athletics check though.
Yep, I got rolled two 12, so 12 at disadvantage.
Yes, Seth.
If he's visible now, can I see him?
Yes, you can.
How far is he from the ship? Or from my sideline?
Ooh, well, that's a good point. You are on the deck, which means yes, he is visible there. You suddenly see Chaplain like, you guys do that, you guys do over there, and he's kind of like running backwards, kind of slowly, and you're like, and everyone, and like it's all about Chaplain in this moment. Like everyone's on the ship, so everyone's like, there he is. Like the whole ship is like yelling, like, come on, everybody's over there.
Is he within 90 feet? Or hell, even longer? I have a celsius point still left.
He is within 90 feet as of last turn.
Vortex warp. Pull him in.
Vortex warp. He is suddenly on the deck. And then everybody, like, it's not a matter of like who does it. Like everybody's like, okay, go. And you blast the ship off. It's a dash, right? So you're gonna roll me your check, see if you're able to make it happen.
All right, with the usual proficiency and intelligence. That is a 10 plus 7 for a DC check of 15.
15, so that will succeed. 17 will beat the 15. Your ship takes off 70 feet. The dragon angrily bats through some more of these bats, and will start dashing after your ship. The dragon is faster than you. It is an 80-foot fly speed. You have a 70-foot fly speed. This is going to require some skillful maneuvers for you, Ed, and some very skillful maneuvers at that. Dragons are fast. Dragons are very perceptive. How do you intend to lose the dragon, Ed?
So this would be a defensive charge. I can it's essentially you can push the limits of your ship to escape a risky situation. When the ship you're piloting is being attacked, you can use your reaction to move up to your ship speed and give all attacks against your ship disadvantage to the start of your next turn.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. You take off, leaving the planet's atmosphere as fast as you can. The dragon begins to catch up. Once it sort of like gets to the point where it's gonna like breathe cold, everyone's like, brace, brace, brace. Ed pulls a maneuver and like swings the ship to the side, and the cold breath is going to, I'm gonna say it's only gonna do half damage. It's just gonna be an auto success on the cold breath. So what we're gonna call it, we're gonna roll for that. So your ship is going to take 12 points of cold damage to the hull, and sort of swings mostly out of the way. What else? How do you intend to escape? How do you intend to make up that distance?
So
I held an action to shoot if it came any closer.
Got it.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll, certainly.
Same
So-
here.
Crippling shot on
Go for
this
it.
one. I'm
Crippling
going
shot.
to use.
Go for it.
That's 18 on the dice, and it's a plus
Hit.
6 for ballista, isn't it?
Yep, hit.
Yeah. So crippling shot. I'm going to expend a die to cripple it. Add the die to the attack, and the target ship's flying speed is reduced by half.
Okay, very good. So, what's the save? Sorry.
There is no save.
Oh, okay, sweet. You shoot it,
This is
and
when you hit
it
the
like
ship.
it like hits it right in the bone of the wing, and the dragon roars from that, and is like slowed. And you take the opportunity to blast out ahead. So it is only going to go 80 feet. Your ship. Roll me your check to do the full speed ahead.
Can I
19
jerry rig
plus
too
7?
for?
Yeah, roll me a jerry rig.
19 plus 7 for 26.
That'll be
Whoa.
successful. Your ship is going to make a hot 140 feet. Chaplain, go ahead and make your roll to see if you can advance.
That's a success for a jerry rig. So doubles the speed this round.
You're 100, so you had 70 feet, you had 140, you double it, so that becomes 280. So in this moment, Ed, you feel Chaplain jerry rig it, and all this power's going, and you're like, all right, everyone hold on to something. And the ship suddenly goes from its usual 70-foot speed blasts into a 240 speed, and all of you like literally go like against the walls, like just like are fully like thrown. The dragon slows. You guys fly forward. You have exceptional headway on the dragon, Ed, but it isn't taken down yet. I want you to make me. We're gonna try and pull an Obi-Wan Kenobi sneaking away from Jango Fett here. I want you to pull. This is going to be a space vehicles check, but I want you to use dexterity for like the stealth portion of it.
So no intelligence plus my proficiency, but dex instead of intelligence.
Correct.
Okay, cool. That gives me a +5.
This is less about your
That
ability to
is
fly the ship. more
14
to-
plus 5, 19.
19. I will roll a perception check for the dragon. It goes hunting for you. Is there anything anyone can throw onto that? Yeah, it's a lace.
I have one, and it's whether you'll allow it. Obviously, I have blue hidden away. He can use pass without a trace as a spell.
So here's what I'm gonna say: Blue's, you know, a fickle
Oh.
creature, but it is a very good point because you guys have a druid on your ship who is pretty powerful, and he will do the pass without a trace. Will cloak the ship. So Ed, you're gonna get a +10 this check, as basically like the comets and meteorites themselves, sort of almost like divinity itself, like nature itself, tries to obscure you and hide you. So that brings you to a total of
It was a 14 plus 5.
14 plus 5, 19. You're gonna have a 29. That is you rolled a 29 on that because of the help. Dragons flying around the space, looking through the asteroid field for the trace of your ship. You guys are lucky you rolled very low. On a 14, Dragon looks around. At a certain point, like lands on one of these floating asteroid and roars out a long, ferocious, angry roar. Looks around a couple more times. You guys sit there for like a good 20 minutes while it hunts and fails. And then it takes flight and flies back down to the planet side and sort of disappears into the shadow of the moon. And you have evaded the wrath of this very mean, very powerful dragon with no casualties, which is impressive to say the least.
Not
I will
no
say-
casualties.
Well, not any casualties anyone but Zalace or Apox are aware of.
That was
I'm going to. Man, there's some MVPs here. I'm just gonna say anyone who doesn't have inspiration, take inspiration, because that was. I didn't think you guys were getting out of that one so slick. So go. Anyone who doesn't have inspiration may take inspiration. That was quite an escape.
By the
You
way,
are floating around. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
probably before it becomes clear that they're all the way safe, Chaplin is absolutely rolling on his back on the deck, laughing, giggling to himself, and taking, because he doesn't really breathe, taking false gasps of breath. And when he finally gets some words out, he's like, "The dragon didn't know how to play the game either."
As you fall on the ground and you're laughing, and you guys are and like, there's this tension on the deck, and you burst out laughing. Like, I imagine like Celine and Alara and Jordan like literally jump on top of you on the deck and just like you have literally like 6 hands like over your face, like trying to like cover you up from like laughing. You managed to squeak that out though before they're like literally laying on top of you, like doing one of these, like all 3 of them. But as you float around on this rock, real quietly, tensely, very much like a sniper battle almost, where like you don't know if you hit the guy, if he's down or not, and you wait around to make sure he doesn't pop up for a couple hours. You guys wait there. How long does your ship wait for?
Probably like at 25 minutes, 30 minutes, coast clear, and definitely going in the opposite. And as soon as in like open space, just like full cruise.
Got it. So the thing is, you can't cruise because you guys are in the system of gardens, so you need to get a mile outside of that in order to go to cruise. But you guys wait for 25 minutes, half an hour, just float there on this one asteroid, sort of guarded by the shadow, as like the pass without a trace sort of almost seems to force the asteroid to be on your side, is opposite to the burning planet, which functions as the sun here. And you stay there for about 30 minutes, and then what do you think, Thor? We waited long enough. You sort of disattach and start hauling off in the opposite direction of the moon. And you think you may have escaped the wrath of this dragon.
That's what I'm looking for. So once that's done, I'm just gonna leave the ballista, take myself off to my bunk, and just quietly hide away in my bunk.
Yeah, you just sort of like everything's handled here, and you kind of make a stealth check to hide from the crew.
Natural 20 for 29.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
The moment anyone's attention comes to the idea of like passing blame around, and if anyone thinks to pass any of that blame in Zalace's direction, he is nowhere to be found.
I will, again, probably a little earlier than appropriate. I will seek out this moon druid. Nope, not moon druid, whatever kind of druid he is.
It's fine, the druid. Yep.
And show him, like, just start basically jabbering at him about my healing kit, because I have a feeling maybe he knows about such things, and maybe he has something helpful to say.
He'll see your kit and he will be happy for the conversation. You get the sense that despite his like hermitness, he does enjoy conversation, it seems. And he will say that like it's not something that he's ever used. Like you probably have a better idea of how it works than he does. He's a skilled alchemist and herbalist, and those have their uses, but his healing usually comes from magic and the power of nature. So practical healing sort of triage kits are not his speed, but he thinks it's interesting and he'll be happy to talk about it, just like in interest more than anything.
Well, that's amusing enough.
Yep. Solace is not in the captain's quarters, is hiding. Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to do in the wake of this most auspicious day?
Aerith just slumped against the side of the ship, was like having bent space like 5 times.
A number of rabbits and ferrets sort of like climb up onto your lap or to your side and kind of like curl up with you.
I snarl at them.
They all and like run away.
I'll take the dragon out of the dragon.
Yeah, dragon to dragon, that's right.
I'll
Fantastic.
try to look for Zalace.
All right, make me either a perception or this is investigation. Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. 13.
That boy, you know you didn't forget him, but it's hard not to think that you did because he is not on this ship as far as you know, or at least really well hidden on it somewhere.
I think we forgot Zalace.
Axpear says, "No, we definitely got Zalace. And if you see him, let me know."
All
Or
right.
the captain know at least.
Well, since I'm here and ready to work, I will repair the small damage to the ship.
All right, it wasn't enough damage to like do major damage. I'll say like a single casting and mending will take care of it. It's fine. But yeah, you go over to like where like a chunk of the ship is like been pretty damaged from like some heavy ice sort of torrenting the side of it, and you kind of like patch it up.
Oh. While I was looking for Zalace, I would like to stumble across Ed.
Yeah, you find your way to the bridge where Ed is, I imagine, sort of doing one of these in the chair, just like maybe a little overwhelmed by the responsibility of captaining.
Ed, sir,
Yeah. What is it, Foxy?
I I know that we just got out of trouble and all, but and I'm
Uh,
not in the best of shape, but can
Yeah,
can you
uh,
check?
Apoxy walks in like a construct zombie, just like limping towards you a little bit.
I forgive me for not. I'd feel a lot worse if you didn't start that fight heading face first, charging to a dragon. You know, but you live and you learn. So, how you doing? Well,
I'm not doing so great, but
yeah.
I need some assistance checking
All right,
my
yeah,
internals.
all right. Well, let's
Aside
sure.
from the damage, there's been other malfunctions.
Yeah, is there and like after they say that, Ed'll probably start doing like the routine, the equivalent of like like doctor, but for
Yeah,
robot stuff.
you can call Celine in and she'll take over the helm and you can kind of go sit at the table and start doing a little maintenance.
I would refer to that time that uh Epoxy was looking off into the sea of space and ended up using up energy someplace that they wouldn't have known.
Trying to remember exactly what happened there. Like
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you were there
oh,
when it
that'd be even
happened.
harder.
I was trying to recall how did you explain it to me again?
What are you referring to again?
That moment I got a nat 20 on a perception and I saw something within myself.
Uh, do you know like when this was? Like what point in the story it was?
When we were
Location?
looking before we ended up finding the Kindorei.
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
I'll just look for heals then.
Okay. Was this like to look inside of yourself physically or like spiritually?
I believe it was more spiritually.
Are we talking about like the Baphomet stuff?
I'm not
If it was
sure.
before,
That was before Baphomet too.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure then. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
Right on.
All right. You just kind of say, yeah, we'll say that like you yourself are sort of losing the memory of that feeling, and you're like, I remember like looking inside of myself and like feeling something, and like almost like in a spiritual way, really weird, and you're trying to explain it to Ed, but it's difficult. Um, so Ed, you
Right.
want to like, what are
I
you
got
trying to
that.
do or look? What are you trying to do or look for exactly?
Oh,
Well,
I'm
really
just
quick
doing
here.
like
Yeah, go ahead.
it'd be like general patch up work, like mechanically speaking, maybe like a cure wounds, but I figured it was more like conversational. I
Yeah.
you, you know, Epoxy, you're we've been kind of like head first into the mission as it were, but something I've been wanting to tell you, especially due to your nature, you're you you've kind of just been going from experience to experience to experience. It's all brand new to you, but you should probably think of like the overall package you want to be, and that would give me a lot better understanding of how to help build it for you, but think of it, it's I don't know, I'm not the most metaphorical type, but like think of like what you want to build yourself to be, and that'll help me literally help you build it, as opposed to just reacting to each experience you have, because at that point you'll never figure yourself out.
I did not want to see you go again. We've lost too many.
Oh, that's the same for all of us. I definitely got hairy out there, but for some weird reason, I thought we'd make it out. We're quite the crew, and you're a big part of that. So,
I'll be sure to be more mindful of my position.
well, it's like not so much like I'm not reprimanding you for it. It's anything, it's advice. It's just kind of like
Tactically.
yeah, tactically, I guess. But some people say soak it all in. I don't want you to do that. You might take that literal, but it's more just well, break down these experiences, choose the ones you like more, and we'll build towards them. You know what I mean? And maybe you should talk to Basan about that. I think Basan is someone I could be wrong, but just from my reading, they seem to get that whole what they want to build to be. That's why they're so focused on it and regimented by it. In a way, I'm just starting to think Chaplin's the one that's got it most figured out of all of us. I wish I had more to say there. That's just a hunch to start, but we're all figuring this stuff out, so don't feel too bad on that. Of
Thank you, Captain.
course.
And the proxy leaves.
Fantastic. I will say for anyone else who's like on the deck, like after like the tension breaks and you guys have flown away and conversation picks up again, Celine like is just kind of everyone's doing their own thing, but like you guys will catch like Celine just sort of like you're like I can't believe we made it. And Alara is going to be like she's gonna go, life's too damn short, and she's gonna like tip Celine over and like plant one on her. Celine like has that like what the fuck's going on look and then kind of melts. And then she like flips her back up and kind of like takes a little one out of her hair and then kind of smiles at her and then Ed sort of says, Celine, can you take the helm? And he's like, yeah, no, you're there. And then that's how Celine sort of comes into the room, a little googly, a little gooey. And Lara's like looks pretty proud of herself. So Apoxy and Ed, you guys don't catch that. And I think Zalace doesn't either, being hidden away, but the rest of you catch that if you care to notice that. All right. Anybody else have some last things they want to do in the wake of this most tense of moments, Basan?
Basan's probably going to go back to trying to create the dragon again. And if that turns out reasonably well, then she's probably going to do a sketch of the paladin kissing mage.
It's definitely like totally
Like in the moonlight.
Yeah, that's definitely
Oh
that
my-
post. Like that one picture, that like post World War II picture where like the guy's got the boat woman tipped in Times Square. I imagine it looks a little like that, except it's the moon and the whole crew is like there in the background or something. I don't know. Make me a whichever check you want. I think at this point it's performance because you're trying to like make art. You're making entertainment pictures. You can use either dexterity or charisma. It's your choice.
Dexterity, please. So that is let's see, +5, 18.
18. Yeah, you make a excellent. You wanted to do two. You wanted to do the dragon attack and then the kiss, right?
Yeah.
So which roll do you want this for? Which one do you want that for?
That's for the dragon.
Okay, so you have this almost like the end of the critical role thing where like the dragon is like over top of them and the people are like in the foreground. You pretty much draw like that picture, the mighty dragon with like the planets and the moons and the stars in the background, the dragon roaring broadly, wildly, and your party sort of like almost cowering, like ready but scared before the dragon. Roll me another one for the kiss.
Natural 19. So
Hey,
+5 is 24.
So yeah, Basan, you're like drawing the dragon one. You're like, okay, like that's how it went. It's very scary and everything. And you're like really like in your gift seriousness, and then you go to do the painting when you're like, and you just like maybe you're just like you're doing that one because there's a less of like a battle hardened like gift sort of professional like going into the artistry, and this one's more like a lovey-dovey, just like I imagine your feet kicking, just like nobody watches this, of course, but and this one comes out a little better. There's a little bit more like the first one is like sort of like attempt, almost like a recreation, whereas this one is more of like a little more artistic, a little more passion, a little bit more artsy fartsy, and they're both very good, but one is certainly superior to the other. And yeah, you succeed. We will definitely come back to this. Oh yeah, Zelais, let's get you before we end off. You did.
Right, it's only the third time tonight. So I'm gonna wait till everybody's sort of asleep. I'm gonna go and take Blue in his little container and go and find what was his name? I forgot it. The new druid with all the animals.
His name's Griffin.
Sorry?
His name is Griffin.
Right, I'll go and find Griffin asleep somewhere, hopefully.
Yeah, he's curled up with 100 animals.
And just with a little note on the side saying, "This is Blue. Please look after him better than I did." Because to be fair, I've totally forgotten about Blue and not used or interacted with him quite a bit. So I would say that would be the better thing to do.
All right, you do so. You leave Blue with the druid, and Blue like looks at you as you're going, a little uncertain, and then kind of like looks around all the furry animals and just kind of like pops out of the cup and just kind of like curls up between like a raccoon and a fox and just kind of like falls asleep.
Oh.
Sweet. So we are definitely going to pick up next session in the immediate where we are right now. Next session, so everyone's still going to have opportunities to do stuff if they need to. The journey will continue to find the cure to the Kindorei. But let's end the session there. It's not our time. What a session. Good God.
I died.
You died. Congratulations. Welcome to the club.
I avoided dying with a picture.
I forgot to do all of your rolls because you died. I'm going to say there's no roll for being brought back because Baphomet brought you back, but I am going to have you roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, goodness.
See if your return is a heroine.
I think I'm cursed.
Oh, no, not good, huh?
I got a 4.
4. Roll me a d10 and then roll me another d10.
Oh no, I'm gonna go crazy. 78. Oh, 7 or 7 and 8.
7 and 8, got it. Oh man, that's
Not a D100, right?
No, it was 10s. Yeah, it was just
Okay,
10s.
yeah.
Separately, yeah. Man, I am just little. We're almost done here, people. Sorry. Just finding the page in the book here. Sweet. So you rolled a 7 and an 8.
Yes. Wish I could have.
So
got
as
that
you
on my
have
heel.
returned, that spark of darkness that you felt that sort of was like the spark to the fire, that spark of darkness of evil left its mark upon your soul.
Spicy.
You feel, you don't really understand it yet, but there's some kind of unearthly awareness to you. I want you to mark down in your sheet somewhere, unearthly awareness.
I'll
And
write it down.
And due to this awareness, oh, never mind. Don't worry. I'll tell you the effects when they happen. whenever it occurs.
No, I want to know.
You'll find out in game what that means. But if you'd be so very kind, remind me that this is going on for you at the beginning of each game. I'm going to do my best to remember, but I don't want to miss any cool
Ooh.
stuff for you. So
Could I get the title at least so I can
yes, unearthly awareness. Unearthly awareness.
just that one?
Just that.
Unearthly
That's all.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So unearthly awareness. Just say it at the beginning of the game as a reminder, but unearthly awareness, and I'll go thank you, and that's all I require. I just don't want to miss
Thank no problem.
it. Was you almost thank me for it? Okay, cool, and that's our session. Yes, thank you, everybody. And we'll continue next week.